Ebuso mo achema wo akwaba ene ye brada unse branda dru say ya na nonduba Pampaso ya de bro live on Adom TV midin the chief Jerry Force and nay so ya bay asem hia pa da pono so a ye ba betwetwe ho enkomo ene se me no ka say udru Kumase Kwame Nkrumah Suapon mu University of Science and Technology the town hall meeting and a resource fair se me ka say o mampani abedi akire akwakodru ho no ma ene ne china resource fair no ebekoso se me twema dwene akwache kakra afi etwa mu eno mampani his excellence na nado danko akufado ede sa adwuman ehye na bedi achi Dr. Bawumia ensa so mboabo adom bia no womu nchini woman mu baabia na womu modawuro adwuma aban yi aye ebi na de sa town hall meeting ni edi kan kra kopio mu asante mantemu a se me ka say ye de ahyehye so ewo great hall ewo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology nti enei dwumadi ni ohopoten na ye de ba kosie a ne bekoso ho bia no ye de ebebro hye ne so honorable lawyer Henry Kwabena Kokofu na se bedwani ogina ho no ma de hye wo mo bantama eba be kaminsa na fe ya twhwe nkomo kakra ye kai 388 promises a na ewo NPP manifesto no emu enei emu de he na ban atimi adi ho dwuma akowie san ni nyina no ye bedwetwe ho enkomo ewo Pampaso ena na pa dwumadi no esumi twa me ho sima ba me ba honorable Kwabena Kokofu ba betena se na fe me no atwetwe nkomo ye ba. Yada wase se odwa fidie no ato ha Adom TV Pampaso yeguso a yede bro se na medikan ayi wasotre no enne dwumedie no nyina ne kese pa ba ko gina Kumase a sene amanuguso ameka say town hall meeting and resource fair ne di kan kra wasante mantem mampani abedi akire his excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wakwakodru Kumase a one asuafo ahodo no a ne mensini akrachefo enso so ebehyiamu a Sectoral no anso so edimu akotena nea oman yi baaye aban yi baaye watimi aye no yede ho amane nyina eba betu manim botan da so demonstrating fulfillment of our promises say ebo a amayoko no ewo position wo mo share enei wo ba aban mu ene enkenka 388 promises a wo capture wo manifesto mu no ebo no anamonto be na wo matu wo ho say ye ka say de ene de no matimi aye de wo hen so so na wo ntimi nya de hen no so so wo guso a omo answer na memma honorable Kwabena Kokofu akwaba no NPP manifesto 2016 damanim ha na for the purposes of this discussion inti mekan the vision omampani nanado then the opposition leader vision or the etu jana fi magina so ama honorable Kwabena Kokofu akwaba. My vision for Ghana, our nation is in crisis, a crisis created by and sustained by mismanagement, incompetence, and corruption of the Mahama-led National Democratic Congress NDC government. Economic conditions are worsening by the day, and there is so much suffering in the land. But Ghana does not have to be like this. Ghana deserves the best. I have dedicated my life to public service to change Ghana for good. As president, with the help of the Almighty God, I will be committed to a different kind of government. One that governs in the national interest, not for private gains. So that's the vision. A war manifesto no anymore. Honorable lawyer Henry Kwabena Kokofu, member of parliament, Bantama constituency. Honorable Akwaba.
Yeah.
Adwuma na dey but atwuma abisi
Pampaso.
Afin comment to yen. Afin comment to yen.
Afi nyina afin me hu.
Yenhia. Say radio so, say TV so yenhia. Nto mama afishapa udima.
Yeah.
Constituency boko.
Yeah.
Obi atwiniti ana, obi abefa phone.
Yes, of course. Mama share for ne ahwefo nyina. Na omampani ba bi obi aye manachi. Bantama yes. Bantama incumbent MP na for forms.
Okay.
Na Irasen Soboachi, Deputy Chief of Staff on Swafa forms. I can't make forms in the Daho.
Grounds the same because that's all one know.
Grounds here call Bantama 4. I imagine so much to Abanama, Irasen Soboachi. Yeah.
Okay.
Our primaries. Yeah, primaries in everything.
Primaries.
Yes, as a Soboachi will win.
Okay. On our support to Namano.
Oh, so me support or no support, you win.
I see.
Yes, as far back as 2019, April, hono, ye din kuta hono no yes, what is a band my force memra, and Sammy Jinamubio. And tis Sebasa or no ambition, dear, but called the better no support to me. The mum say a bassa meaning a mubio of a pam of a pesse, me can honor my support. And tea, you try to adjourn on your dinner, baby, a quackudruno. Because me war national agenda na me ye boa national dwumadi ntino minyina nti pe nidia no de ma me bribi atwam no na se me
so this say nidia
yes ma no nti me ne bant mafo akasa yeguso aye kasa ye chaupa se oye nipa wasom New Patriotic Party at various level but bantama de asom papa patama me ye chairman no na ya be ma Tescon president eniade fiabuche ba nti oba be contest no no we nya crown contest second one me ne contest ye na me win ye nyina wa mpaba akusia ne ade nti this is about the third time nti bantma for your margin so beto abana.
And you think this time he stands the chance of
yes Yaminti will win.
Okay, but and the results for Koso town hall meeting the near a decan was sentimental any but maybe sadly say Bram war opposition any name ba ban in fear 9 mu and a way at the same rhetorical assessor Niana Muhunu opposition and name by promises are more do good more to Ghana for and then mobile by mono at the same.
President Akufo-Addo is delivering on his promises, redeem pledges, and OTA for so a futu na bibi oha esesoye. Ni nyina TMU ye social contract ope mampeni adwane di ana pa bemu aba one Ghana for edinkuta ho. Na most of nsemo President Akufo-Addo to Ghana for anim no dodo na waye bi esie dodo na ogusu a oye ebi nso so akamu a onyanye and eno no ye more reason pillar nyinaso nti a yesre say 4 more years for Nana to do more.
Okay.
Nti waye bi ogusu a oye ana ne aka ana wanimu a ntimi so mu no no so ehia mfie na ne aye bede beye se omampani bi ana obeba abemu na oman no sikasem ene ne nyina so nyina ato ape na oman ni hyebre ene ne sika ho dwumadie na kontabuo yede bekwa akose bro ni dwuma ayefre no IMF nsa the National Monetary Fund nsa banda da no na yura Mahama edi president edi ye ho koma won na oka kire wiase nyina wo Parliament of Ghana na me wo bi say yakọ ho because say ye ni nyina so aye ne abetimi aboye ho bra o say ye ni ye lake fiscal discipline so fiscal discipline ye sika ho kuntabuo ni ade se beye na obetimi aye ne yie ye ni sa ahosheso no nti ode ye ho kodom broni na ubu akonta o man no nyina so ni gini nyinara na ekoko wie 3.6%. na the friend GDP no brof kasem nti oba na obeso akonyanum na de din esinani so kese ene se ye nane sa omani sikasem na ekofom no ye mpagya mu nyina ho na wayo apagya mu agina ho amane ekosoro bi it is a GDP of 3.6% na obi ba abem na mfie miensa ekoni mfie na wapagya ko 7.6% chese eno no kra in itself no eyademu eno na ya na mpempi me ne minuanom taxi driver ne trotro driver fo ni hia na no se me ko amakurum na dane makura na ne agya abamnom ne ehwesofo no kakra ne edi nkuta ho mu bisa me nsem se de obise na me kire won se oman ni sikasem na oman ni nyira gina pen no na etisei NDC for epenso enne Akufo-Addo bae apagya mu free 3.6 na etisei no abeduru sei ekọ 7.6%. Ntinti ase ye adwuma wo ho na matise NDC for Akufo-Addo bae onya hwe onya hwe kra no with 3.6% na wuja no hono wa pijam de ko 7%.
But honorable say ordinary Ghanaian at GDP 3.6 say ya ni nyina no ebewie yebotom enti so obi ka say aban ne say abom no homodin enso so sika ni yebotom asafo no emo ebe na adema wo
nti wo msu bisa am saa o amakromo bisa am nti wo bisa de me kire won say yes oman no nyini no wo fom nti na yedum kane ade biara da dum so na oman ni sika a yede bol kane ho bra nti se wunia no wo ye adwuma bi tina hairdresser bi wo kwanche ho na meka se saa bra ba we dum so no say na fidie a wo de yetire dryer organizer any a friend say welder ono wo mpatom ho a ososo car na odididie no kane na dundum nti na adwuma bɔ no ebinum kra de ahomtie kɔtɔ generator no to petrol gum nyina na sika na efiri won botom because all ye adwuma na kane adum na nipa ne ba na onya adwum untimi nya adwuma na ma na ma sika which is sika eni obotom ne usan di sika kɔtɔ generator na de kɔtɔ diesel egu ana petrol gu generator no mu a eye adwuma na che sika afiri obotom nti aban no ba ye na opija sika sem no mu na oman ni nyina so ye no watini agina so anya sika de atua eka no ana da wonti ana dum so ni ekum nyuma no nti ne ware store no kire se wo betimi agda ne da wo ko adwuma mu a wo benya adwuma aye krofo beba no ma betua wo ka na sika na ka botom wo mfa sika bia mfrifie nkonkoto petrol na diesel nkogu generator mu se afi wo de koye adwuma me ka mo heye na no sabre no mo na ye primso aka mu generator say tutututututu na no da yi studio na we see ya na eweyani kan sabe ko ni nyina princio generator no ene ente sa bi enu nti adwumakuo ya wahai diesel na ontongu generator no mu no generator na on service no generator na on koto foforo meka say sika no aka abotom so far awofo a na ajaba mama mienu baako wo nursing training baako wo teacher training wo nyina enam etrimoden kwaso ene abadaya sabre no omanpanyin owo ene ndc aban omu ninti omu gi sikantento kakra ye de masa mobro wafoi president Akufo-Addo bai esanse economy no on pejam no amana nyininti wanya sika a ware store sa teacher nursing training no de Mahama ejina so ka se ontimi tua sika ne mawo bia oje en se oman ni sika oman no ahoden kofom oman ni nyina so yentimi moye ho bra enunti ne akwa IMF no nti ede no anya sika de amawo Yewura Akufo-Addo baaye no saa sika no wa restore eti se wo ye owofo na Yewura Mahama pen so oje saa la wanse no free nkola ne nsem okwa wo na ese wo san pobosia na utitu mwewiem na adema ne ko enne na sabre ne sika free botom enne Yewura Akufo-Addo arresto nti akoda ne gi sika no ofie a ewo suku a wo ma ne sika bi nti sika na ka botom ye onkoda ne bi okra nso a wo mu ani wo fom ne nti
wo be so mama me na ya Kumasi KNUST Great Hall ya nti se ye kase bantama hene na no guso a okasa yenko na yenkofa iwi a sanso aba.
So we have assumed that they are not doing anything about it. So once the vice president is here, we want to bring it to his attention that some mysterious murders have been occurring in Kumasi, and it all involves ladies. Ladies have been murdered. And usually these things are done in the night. And what is facilitating this is that when you come to Kumasi in the night, the whole place is in darkness. Every part of Kumasi is in darkness. So if somebody wants to carry out this nefarious act, it becomes easy. So we want to bring it to the vice president, once he's here, that this is what is happening in Kumasi. So the police should be up and doing on this matter. Your Excellency, I also want to talk about the environment. A lot of things have been happening in Kumasi, and I'm sure you don't know. So once you are here, once again, I want to tell you that I want to take the opportunity to let you know. Because once you know, then we know that something will definitely be done about it. Now, when you come to Kumasi, what is happening now is that everybody does what he likes or what he thinks fit. Now, when the politicians intervene, they tell them that they won't vote for them. So, Kumasi, what is happening here seriously is an eyesore. For example, just before you get to Golden Tulip Hotel, yesterday I went there in the night to see for myself, so that when I come here to talk, then I know what I'm talking about. Just before you get to Golden Tulip, the road on the left has been turned into a rubbish dump. I went there to see it for myself, and it's there. But I believe that if you are in Kumasi, you would admit that one of our flagships is Golden Tulip Hotel. So that if a visitor is coming to Golden Tulip Hotel, and the first thing he sees is garbage, unattended garbage, being put left and right, or being left and right, it creates a certain image about Kumasi. And we believe that this is not the best. That is going on. And some of our secondary schools, especially when you go to Swami area, that whole place has been turned to a rubbish dump. I believe this is affecting our environment. We believe that these are the things that makes us get sick, and these are the things that makes us go to the hospital. And this is what makes the government's health bill goes up. So, Mr. Vice President, Your Excellency, I'm taking this opportunity to draw your attention to this. And then lastly, about properties in Kumasi that don't have septic tanks. Your Excellency, when you come to Kumasi, one of the problems that we have here is that most of the beautiful structures that you see, they don't have septic tanks. Now, all the waste are directed straight to the gutter. So it ends up in our streams. This is not good for our health. And we want to draw the president's attention to it. Now, there's a very, very big hotel in Kumasi. I'm not going to mention the name. No. They are guilty. And I can provide the evidence, because I've gone there to see it for myself. So, Vice President, His Excellency, these are some of the issues that you want to look at whilst you are in Kumasi and help us to address it. At this juncture, let me take this opportunity on behalf of my overlord, Otumfuo Seti II, the Asantehene, and the people of Asantehene, once again, to show our appreciation to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, and the NPP government, for many interventions in this dear nation of ours. The latest of them being the provision of ambulances to the region. Let me once again indicate my willingness to chair this very important program and offer a warm akwaba to you, to the region. I wish you a very successful program. Thank you. God bless.
Well, no, Nana Bantmahene, and Yakuti, Nakwaba, Sam, Medicine, or Makwaba. But Akwaba no more honorable than Sembia Tuja. Medicine, free as Santamantaming, obey to me, a charge and a crowd. When you decline, I could so now walk and saying, Kunkuma, a cosso, a Santamantam, or no chess say, Hoy Sumudo, a dear Santitua, because San Pamonufuinano, and you bring no Mudisa. Anyambrasamono o se kumase eyesum ade san kane ani ho ye tosum ye no nwura a wono chese wono asim pampampan kofa golden tulip anim ho no ba bia nwura amene ho nyina a eno no susu se entwa yi na afei so afie bi a wo kumase a wo mu ni septic tanks enti waste water no wo mu bi ya na enam gotemu a eno so ede yare ebeba niam miensen honorable na afei yenkoye
nana kasa bafo Antoma Hinakasa. Mijiri says, I near my way yet. A idea you who know you crew upon Yinabi. Young cry high, we are seeing all these things. Now, a more of local governance problem. In this case, in KME, and the other municipals are working as your Swami on the municipal, we won the municipal, we municipal. And she a one said when you may. Yes, sir, opening case vice president, Tionana Nadia Tuga. Now, me assure says, 24 mayors, mayor ne MCs near that DCs in Iran so. What can you say? So, Mini so come up Masenko. Yeah, you crew, dear any honey, and they say, I say, or mine in Yama, and on a cajon, so far environment now. Sir, Ushewira, ye to go basa, di go gatemnia de, some penina can was macaca, a human attitude. Yen I do home for. Nti ya can the fue yen as ye trianamon, na others follow. And Mijidi said, Penifua, a fair massacre upon us. Omuti who be na opening vice president who will be Nana Nadia to Dray, be any tia, until Nana canon say, idea. When he penny, until penny to one amount, assume to one amount. Now you say a 2 memono, you won't say you was said you was sudi. You was sudi towards the environment. We share directive principles of state policy. Ready or mine, ye, my yen, to me for na dear yen so, it beat me a year, a day ma or mine, and I said it. And yet, the bit me, the SSC a year obligation. To her key now, or say, responsibility towards the environment. Nanakasa na efa wudie ne crime in general. Na say bi nanka criminal activities akofom kakra. Na ensama ne mu ne homne so.
So next ni ya sewa na say
recently me am krom sewa na wo hwe ubisa ho say ne de kra na aba ni petri. De pa na nipa age. Ababa wa oye n'adwuma esum ne man esum amanfo ede esika na moje afri ne ho ana de ana se de akononko de na abani petri ani nyina ye bonofosem ye mabunu no titiriw eye no bone no mne sa ne ma ne fa ne I don't know enti sa moral decadence ana se su ne ban a akofom na asɛe wo omanmu na da ne ho adi ɛwɔ saa ne mu a na se mpanima wo hom so enso na na aboso na nyame nchaade prisifo asoe no o makache mate se won di sa rukasem no on sa ka bi na CCI investigation ikoso yi de besere wa sa IGP ne mrantie ne mabawa se won bayire wo mutam na senia pimpi dodo na aka se etu prisifo a ntem ne basahare so a prisifo de ye adwuma no yesa na ya na etu afofra omuye no. This is a time for police to prove all of us wrong. Say, and faho ni nipa sa nsem betron. Afia abusua no ne ade no so bra ehia sempani beko won chen ni titiri kunafo no na nkwada wo mu a ye de won befa some kind of psychological therapy bim benya won kasa kire counseling any ade na yɛbɛma wɔn yaw no aba fam kɔpem sɛ nhwehwɛmu no biribiara bɛwie a yɛbɛhu ne pomasiberɛ. Then again ahwɛ yie nso hia papaapa. Onyame ne nyinaa ba mbɔfoɔ. Nanso the first person a ɔbɛbɔ wo ho ban ɛne wo kɔpem sɛ baabi a wobɛkɔ berɛ a wobɛkɔ no nipa no ɔmbɛnante baabi a wofiri ansa na ma nipa no a wofiri ne nkyɛn no hu baabi a wokɔ deɛ woba ne nkyɛn no so ma ne hu sɛ mɛba wo nkyɛn brise na misi mu brise ɛsɛ sɛ meduru kaa kora a wotenam mewɔ practice bi sɛ megye obi kwan a titiri nkwadaa no kaa wobɛforo no bo sɛ matwa ato me phone so mema driver ne hunu sɛ metwa na ɔno driver no tim ne matwa ne bi na da me phone so ɛdi sɛ oni abɔne koraa wɔ ntiri mu a ɔbɛnya second thought so nti tips bebree wɔ hɔ a polisifoɔ de man yɛn wɔ mu kasa fidie so ne ade na the type of people a yɛhwɛ nneɛma bi ne yɛmusa nneɛma bi sɛ nsɛm ne ba si a na ayɛ ahomete nanso sɛ yɛne aso yɛtumi abɔ yɛn ho ban kakra yɛbɛtumi asi nneɛma no bia no kwan. There are a lot of people bi a report no koraa ma lot of people a wɔmutumi nam ahwɛyie kwan so nyaw ntiri didim ɛfiri abɔnefoɔ nsɛm bebrebe ɛsiane sɛ ɛyɛ na ɛma abɔnten pii no nti yɛntumi ɛhu nti momo ayɛ nsɛnkyerɛfoɔ na no na ɛka nkane asɛm.
Honorable Wadaroma, yɛbɛsan babio na yɛbɛkɔ no back and forth sa Kumasi ne Abankran. Yɛsan kɔ back to the Great Hall of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Honorable Simon Asay-Mensah, Ashanti Regional Minister. Okasa, yɛnkɔ nkuti ni amra.
Members of Parliament here present, the Vice Chancellor of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Honorable Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives, Nananom, representatives of various political parties here present, representatives of various religious bodies, heads of departments, my good friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here this morning to participate in the government town hall meeting and also the second program in the series of the first ever results fair in Ghana to highlight the positive interventions of this government. This program is being organized through the joint collaboration of the Ministry of Information and the Ministry of Monitoring and Evaluation here in Kumasi. And as a region, we are grateful for this opportunity to host the program. On behalf of the chiefs and people of the Ashanti region and the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, I warmly welcome you all to this very important program and hope that this very important interaction on government's accountability on its performance will move us as a country to a totally different level of thinking and to better understand the direction of the government. Your Excellency, Nananom, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, over the past few years, since the NPP government took over the reins of government, that was about 3 years ago, there have been tremendous strides in the history of the nation. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, ably supported by His Excellency, the Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, have worked endlessly and tirelessly to bring the country to the level where we can confidently say that we have moved ahead and can compete with other countries on all standards. Your Excellency, it was indeed no secret, and we can all attest to the several positive government initiatives that have been introduced and implemented and are making great impact on our people and drastically changing lives. These interventions, to mention a few, include the free senior high school policy, granting for food and jobs, one constituency, $1 million, one district, one factory, digitization of the national economy, and the Ghana card registration exercise just to mention a few. Like the good old book says, nobody lights a candle and praises under a bushel. It is important that the good works of the government are exhibited for all to see. We will therefore witness today and testify to the good deeds of the NPP government under the able leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana. In addition, we will also receive information on implemented government policies, programs, and projects, and also receive feedback from the public for policy refinement. This is clearly in line with the vision outlined in the President's coordinated programs of economic and social development policies, named Agenda for Jobs, Creating Prosperity and Equal Opportunities for All, 2017 to 2024. It is for this reason of interaction and feedback that town hall meetings are held in all the regions of Ghana for the mounting of exhibitions for metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies to showcase their projects and programs. Nana Chair, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Nananom, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am reliably informed that the main objectives of this evidence-based resource fair are to, 1, showcase the progress of implementation of government policies, programs, and projects. 2, provide an opportunity for the people of the Ashanti region to interact with the sector ministries and metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies. And 3, to provide opportunity for knowledge sharing and idea sourcing to help bridge the resource-based information gap. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, outside this great hall, you will find pictorial evidences of all the great and positive interventions of government on display in the various stands. There are also designated officers who promote engagement and interaction with the citizenry, who seek clarification on the displays in the stands. I will encourage distinguished participants gathered here this morning to make this interactive engagement very fruitful and make constructive contributions without being insulting or provocative. Ghana belongs to us all, and the more commitment we exhibit, the better for us all. Let us work together as one people, one nation, with a common destiny. On this note, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Nananom, Honorable Ministers of State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, I welcome you all to the Ashanti region and especially to the city of Kumasi this morning to participate in this memorable town hall meeting, as well as the second in the series of the Made in Ghana Resource Fair, and wish us all a very insightful interaction this morning. Thank you very much for your kind attention. May the Almighty God bless us all. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Host Minister, Honorable.
You know, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Honorable Simon Osei Mensa, and Odina Kwabasem, he is the regional minister, and Odina Kwabasem, but Ogusa Okasa, Honorable, not as in Bisabin and Imagining Kwaya NPP Abine. Mafa so abo nyuma moye hu dawro megidi said nia ye hwe nyina yesa na montuo ni bia but mugidi said the rebo no akoyie because your party communicators wo ansa na ne ma bia moye ni say so wo Ghana for wo atem ndwuma no ase yie pa ana so hu be yan say mode ne ma bi say be ka ho ansa na Ghana for hu ndwuma moye honorable
ndwuma ni bi ho a oti nka ndwuma ni bi ho a wo de wani ehu enyuma ni bi onso a gise ya kire wo na ni nyina mu ne a wote nka ya wode wani hunu de ya se kire wo esan hia se esesa yesan bo ho dawuro enu ti na sofo oprichi a John 3:16 oya no asan ba John 3:16 no asan be preach Kristo ni be na nim se Yesu ye nyame ba no be wu eje yenkwa na refrenti onipa refrenti na se kaka ye ho akwa abontin bebre o mo ye adwuma nanso ye nte nanso ye hu onipa no nso ono ne ba abaya na se be abema ana onua ba ekofri SHS bi ne ba ekọ nursing teacher trainee bi a ya restore allowance asika ne ba mani hu ono ankasa na boboa no ana ne fie wo hunu se asphalt yegu ohunu se kwan no nanka nya kura na nso contractor gina so a wo ye adwuma ohunu se na anu ambulance ye betwa mu people wo hunu pa ohunu se ye di bia ba besina ba ne constituency na kura wo hunu se planting for food and jobs agriculture project ohunu se ekoso ama ono akura wo ye beneficiary enuanuma wa mentifidi wo hunu se one dam one village one dam ye two ye de eyo aban ba ye wade be friend legacy debt onim se o ekofa petrol ni ade ba no e from say BDC on BDCs board distribution companies bulk distribution company a car a daho Euro Akufo-Addo aba beto was over $1 billion abane tua sa aka ni nyina ama sa sika no konkrofo botomu krofo a won sika no no aban na ye nso oni ano beka se ohunu dia aban na ye ntini hia ma se se bodaru ese ka ho asem ye wadi be friend no visibility dia ni watua simple adi ehyeme atade ehyeme kurai na mihunu biara wo betini aka chem se kwama atade ye efataw so em se oboy watade nya agro one design ade ede animu kurai saa na akofia wasan akohwe ne bio se matade ya
efami ko okrom nkofo kanfo
nso so na ya nam tutu na si so enti de ubodi ehia na wohwe aban kasamafo ene de ubo nyuma no de oda no Euro Akwadwo Ponkroma se mo amudie mu a
yedim
wohwe se de na no atie ya ha mo anam tete no na mo de na fam yi na osomo man sembia na mo bia ba betu bia obo no homodin se ba beda abonten ye hia nkyiremu mo frɛ na okyirem nia bi kura so a na kokoom asem kura mutimi pia ma bi kura beda abonten nyesa nti ye afom die nyina woka government communicators nti na mede na ba mu enu na chi no hwe Ewura ya Boabia Samoa honorable member of parliament Adenta so no na da party communication director no ono no so ne dom a ye nom ye ka ho bie ye bofre ya ye ba ye kasa ye bibia nanso there's more room for improvement nia omampani be ye ne nkran ha na ode adansidie efa nsemo a ode promises a ye ene anamon aban na tuo eba international conference center oka ho asem wie na ye ho fair no ye di kire no okasi so se o mane nso nkran obema na kogana afa na nyinara nti Ministry of Information and Ministry of Special Development Initiatives on country mpam no ne amantama hodo na aka no nyenhye na Ewura Mahmood Bawumia Dr. Vice President ono na ubadie no hye ne sa onianimu na yenkokọ Ghana afa na nyina region by region yem father sidie trudo entunchen nia ye ade akyere se ode oman hye amayoku bi nsa omanpani woje amanfo tumi na woje amanfo ajapade ye sika ne ye hawo ne ye bibia ede tawo boa brano no wo akuntabu nye de bia na eso tena ho ma de Ewura bebusa se maramfo akosi se anadru dabi woko anim no duru ba bibia no timpini ade Ewura ho ade Ewura na ade Ewura in this case Ghana fo adehye Ghana fo ade amudi ja ame no bra no ba bia aduru ni amaye akoduru ni obeye se de amamu homa kase no akire constitution ni kire se afi bia se so begina mra hye bedwam na ode sa akuntabuo no ebeto ho ono watu further step say yemfa nko ipa no anaso na wontie nti ye besre ebra say adwumadi ekoso mesre menuanom eni adaji pi to set taxi drivers trotro drivers nuanom awo magazine ora ye you adwumanom no edwum ni ade unya break kakra na wakɔbɔ ani akɔ ma tim bisansɛm ahodoɔ na sɛ bi etwa mu me amehene bantuma hene okasa ayi na antiso bo mase akwan so bia na waka twa mu dia me na okasa no mante ote
se ya there bi
ba me bi atwa
mu dia kai pa se waka kumase akwan ho
se contractor fo gusu ye den it is ba afo anka ho asɛm da na che se de oka no mre bi no aban etu ho anamo indeed na aban kura tu ho anamo dada bra president declare Ghana for this year for road year no na nsonsone a president Akufo-Addo anamontie mu ene ne ye hunu pen aban etwa mu no eye sabre no aban ne koye green book and this for ye green book na so mu motom nti ka won ba hai na ofre no a and this na ade ba ha oni bibia wo mantem ba bia de kirew na mum green book no so oma wo copy ono nko an kura copy no catch oh yaye we na green book oh page we yaye we
green book mo de me nya copy mum me wo copy da ho sisi ya me hwe mu
wo bre na wunya na friends so metena wo se de odi ma betena he ya o ba no na nko no nko an kura copy se wo copy mpo bia waja ne fie se onim se mba green book ho adwuma na wo busa no de aban na ya no wayi see no mu ko programs bi bebre kura bag se minianum je over outness for green book nko a nti we anochi so wayi na obi na we yaye na we na so moya no wa se hwehwe nyani mfonini ni akwa we yaye fufu so la Pepesu road ene de bia no mka
fufu so la de
ene
agidini Ghana hapa
so ahu na ni de man jidi green book no de man jidi hohoi hwan kwan yaye takrade oh yaye akwan ni nyina to the extent say Ewura Mahama that boy president o say ade na sabre ne candidate Akufo-Addo akokase okọ western region na nanom se kwan ne nye nti no oka ho asem oso wada na o take mu kwa Land Cruiser na nti wada nti akwan na ma ye ni nyina kohwe green book no mehwe se nyame anya adom amagana fo mo anya kukuduro na ye ntua na mon ampam NDC aban anka o men nki ye chichire no green book mu sabre ko bi nim baabi a anka ye duro so omu fra ban mu na pe na obi ahu se saa kwan omu so ma ye susu
fufu sola
kwan nyina se kwa se ye se wo woi hwan ni nyina se kwa western region akwan ye se ye nyina kwa oba me ame bantama emu atutuo ni ade nyina kwa ambulance nyina no mu bia ba green book mu se o makofa ambulance aba se na ambulance ni yentuntura che se trotro ye de ye sisio se abene o kase
but honorable on akwan ansani aba ambulance no se what say your friends on the other side and this is for esu saban bai wonye kwan even 1 centimeter kra aban bai wontu anamon bia wa kwan of course yenim say aban the 2020 years as year of roads there but say what is our argument coming from the NDC it was saying
na me bofuno me na me di yawo kopem say eguye nyina amayofo enim ase from both divide a chire say ye boapa kataye ni a yemfa no kre enya adwuma na the other side e man ye ene say omu fra ba mu na no osome pe ana Ewura Mahama ye say okoga na afa na nyina wade daasi o se de enyo nam nim ni ana aka ho ana okojeje to omu koi okoye na obeduru nkran no the first statement o make here ni say Ghana akwanya president Akufo-Addo should fix it and hono obi abusa say na fe wo so wa ya akwan 80% e wo green book mu ni ade na ne kwan na wai unless of course and this for be catch him so mu ya akwan ni wie ye no ne Ewura Akufo-Addo ba abem na obo me pa
honorable so mama na yenko Great Hall na yensambra sisia Deputy Ashanti Regional Minister Honorable Patricia PJ Eguso Awokasa.
The members of the clergy, the leadership of our great party, and representatives of other political parties, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our students and members of the media. And now I am Maniji Bebre. Sir, na yebedi juma srunku bi and na yama yempeni for aba sa yemetie a juma dia ya ye. Yeah, members of parliament, ya juma ding eka ho bi ena ene ye be pa sa jumadi a ye be ye ehon ntama adwumaden no ene sen adwumaden ne se party ana government wasonda ye soronko a opese odi bebu oman but onunku antimi sorry enye se adwuma no che members of parliament ene ne ye adwene na ni susu ye emra ene enhyehyɛ a ɛwɔ sɛ yenya adidi se adwuma saa nneɛma ni nyinaa no members of parliament Asante region caucus yɛne yɛdɔɔso yɛka ho bi ne ayɛ saa adwumadie yi ama ɛnna adwumadie a yɛbɛpa ho tuma atumi aba ɛfiri sɛ ɔmampanyin ansa na ɔde ne daeɛso bɛbɛ mu no na ɛho hia sɛ obɛnya sika no ɛhefa no obɛnya no wɔne a ɔne wɔn etu anamɔn anaa baabi a ɔrekɔbɔ bosia ne nyinaa ɛyɛ adwuma sɛ mobɛhwɛ a ɛberɛ a yɛbɔɔ members of parliament din no nipa kakra bi na ɛmaa yɛn nsa so mepɛ sɛ megyina ha na mekyerɛ mo sɛ yɛde representatives na ɛbaeɛ ɛfiri sɛ meka sɛ parliament ɛsete a dwumadie a ɛho hia baako paa ma yɛmmɛn ɛma asomdwoeɛ security ɛne ho nneɛma ɛkɔ soɔ no ɛkɔ so wɔ parliament wɔ hɔ a ama ɛnnɛ nti yɛn nyinaa yɛntumi amba sɛdeɛ yɛpɛ no na adeɛ baako a mepɛ sɛ mede ɛto yɛn nyinaa yɛnim ɛne sɛ MPs adwumayɛ no sɛ wotie me nua yɛ odi kan kasaeɛ a ɔse mpuntudwuma no ɔmo na yɛapa wɔ mo ɛno nti na ɔmampanyin akyekyɛm anya 45 districts sɛ yɛmfa nyɛ adwuma mmarahyɛbadwamfoɔ yɛnyɛ deɛ ɛne sɛ yɛhyɛ mmara ne yɛde atae akyire afei nso yɛhwɛ sɛ sika a yɛbɛtwa ɛde aba district anaa yɛde bɛkɔ ministries yɛde ayɛ adwuma no yɛbɛtumi aboa ama saa nhyehyɛe no nyinaa akɔ so na yɛnhunu sɛ sika no yɛyusu no ɛkwampa so ɛno na yɛyɛ Fred Brafo kasɛm oversight ɛno na yɛsrɛ sɛ amanfoɔ bɛte yɛ adwuma n'ase na ɔmatumi ne yɛn adwene wowɔ haw bi a yɛn na wɔ sɛ ɔne yɛ adwene na yɛsu yɛtumi atu ɛho anamɔn but adwuma na ɛda fam paa ne deɛ ɛyɛ district and municipal and metropolitan assembly for omuna omudi sa adwuma yi ti ehun sɛ yɛmɔdebɔ ama yɛabɛn akɔ n'anim na futuo kakra mepɛ sɛ yɛde ma yɛn nyinaa yɛwɔ ha ɛne sɛ da biara meka saa asɛm sɛ yɛfa yɛasante man mu ha se a yɛn nana bantamahene bɛgyina ha nsɛm bebree ɛna wɔkaeɛ ba wohwɛ yɛamammuo mu a yɛamammuo mu nsɛm a aban a atena so akyɛ ne NDC aban na ɛnam sɛ abere bia a wɔn bɛba no yɛ development agenda yɛnka ho na yɛn hyɛda ɛnte aseɛ ne yɛnyɛ adwuma nti ɛno nti na aba ne saa nti ɛnnɛ si yɛbɛdan dwumadie soronko adi na yɛde akyerɛ asanteman a nea mekyerɛ ne sɛ mɛsrɛ mo madaroma mabotrɛ ɛbɛhia yɛn ɛfiri sɛ sɛdeɛ yɛasi ahyɛ ase a yɛasisi yɛn nan no saa ne yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ mobɛtaa yɛakyi ɛfiri sɛ monni obiara a wɔbɛyɛ Yaya benya na brebia yeba yedi mpuntuo ba asante enti yebesre monta yachi na yentumi di dwumadie no yada mase ewo
Eti Honorable Mrs. Patricia Atieje Facheme me kase oye Deputy Ashanti Regional Minister or former Deputy Ashanti Regional Minister say kase die or Deputy Minister Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. Na yete na no kasa no. Honorable akwa babiu na wanu guso a wo kasa na me bisa akwan no ho ene kwan a wo fa so eje argument of some mobile mumfa even a kilometer of roads kwa mumfa enka.
Yeah, enti on bekan say yenye kwan no na Ghana akwan say. So the first question is a kwan na nam so no way. And then now what is say you nuanum contractor for be afie twa mu ni adno ani abrepa e demonstrations. Nti abandi wonka. Abandi wonka no ubusem a abandi Ghana abandi wonka from 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ti abra NDC fra bem up to 2016 na Ghana buying the contractors car for 5 years. Inti contractors car no more dying no war. Say President Kufuor nya kwan bia. Inti o ma contract bia. Inti o ne contractor bia ka. Yes a pay say or no na buying. Argument not ma you na mebel not ya say.
Mitio pa.
Ha. O mind the contractors car. Contractors e dan car.
Honorable, yeah, but it's a Jumedi and Senior Honorable Kojo upon Kruma, a member of parliament of Francia Iribi, on also your information minister. Yanko, na Yanko Fano.
The Edikan Abra Yerbon to 2016, no, a Boshe Ahodwa, ye share Ghana for. Says to me, Bekayan Sa, said Juma we in a bay. Urad Danko Kufuado, and in a bedi che Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Eshe bo maku ahasa eni edio watching 388 manifesto commitments. Na se yehwe petitakrem na yehwe adwuma ayaya yegidi se ya boye homode edum pempensuo bi a yetumi ne Ghana fosi nkonwa na yebu eho akonta akere om se yenuanom adwuma a mode share yen sani dia yede aba bedu enie de edikan eye manifesto promises no de tosu mienu ye enema bi a sabre no yanhye hobo yensusu dapo se eba beto ya kwantimfi nanso eba ye no yesom na ye ho adwuma de tosu miensa eye ekwan a aka wo yanim efiti sabre kopem afre na wie ya mfie 9 de beso no so no adwuma ye hwe na ya eno ena no pa wie yesin konwa wa ha sei ewo the first government town hall meeting for the year 2020 say ye ba bedi ehun komo no mampani abedi akire na nkasa Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no ono ese kakum jeje no kwakwanum ono ankasa no de be konsem ni na poso na wa kirekire mu. Our expectations are simple. First, that all stakeholders here will pay attention to the data that will be put out today. This conversation is about data. And so we invite all who want to participate in this conversation to come forth to examine the data, and where they have other views or challenges, to come forth with their own data. It will not be about anecdotes. It will not be about suspicions. It will be about hard, cold, verifiable data. We welcome all of you, and we look forward to a fruitful conversation. Thank you very much.
Enti Honorable Kojo Ponkroma, Minister of Information, and Yakote and speakers no bank kakra say wa here there. We'll be crossing over to the KNUST Great Hall. Nafi Yakoso Hobiano, Yaba, Nafi Mini Honorable Kwabna Kokofu, Honorable Lawyer Dr. Henry Kwabna Kokofu. I am a guest in studio. Honorable Noanubuswa.
Why are they when you be free? Yeah, so the clear point is Ghana the contractors car. Yeah, the Onkadia is so my adwuma into 2012 to 2016 omo dan Ghana car a can ye Kufuado car if so na before mine into a legacy debt somebody I say
of course
into a piasa canina into more car mo boy Mahama and the Mills administration car mo boy Mahama betwaso 2012 for ba BC 2016 a said president Kufuado no piasa aka no e road sector it is a what piasa aka no dia no biaji tum say mo boss aka dia and na esese ye hunu ekwan a correspond with the canal boy yes sir away kwan no way nti enema mienu I just say contractor for no ye adwuma ne bia adwuma no na anwie period na kwan na say from 2012 to 2016 and now say contractor for ni bigi adwuma no kra bi kra o ma anye and now say aban no na di na etro na no keke say me the contractor mu bi so nye adwuma no ye no kwa enti campaign we be yi akwan ye very very critical issue send this for nim the ba koma pe ba bi afa eke ye omo mo kwan so kra say president Kufuado fa 1 kilometer road emeka akwan ho yet otua kwan ka aye 2012 to 2016 what you say
honorable young crossover and for Great Hall Kumasi na yamra
ebia ko tran cabinet eni ombu kunta so ye kura ni enim de omo ye nyina na ye nse e be resource fair na otu mi nsandi na ye wie resource fair na amampanyi bae no okodo asimo bisa me say nti dabe na moko regions yes na ya adwinse e beko ene ete say Ministry of Information so be ye town hall meeting ye say o ene ye nyina ide ntoma babom na yama vice president odi na nadu achi no odwan kasa bakumasi asanteman na obebu nkunta nti ene ye ba ya ayenkuntabu ama na nadu aban Mampenya be the chief vice president ebeye. Na yawo tech campus here. Sa vice chancellor. Mo na mo ye nsohwe. Ene de message o da me so o ma kwan na ma ye o mo sohwe. De pa ne se obi biara wa ba ha no. Ansa obi free ha kɔ no. Na ade ba ko mienu ana miensa na onim se na na do aye do. At least to be kai. One kai bibia o de baku mienu miensa so kai fi se ansa be wie no me mate enoma omampanyin abi de chie o de atutwa mo cabinet me nkan chie mo mia yinya no do ameto na numtio ndamase nyame hia mo nyina.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister.
Honorable Dr. Anthony Akoto Osei, Minister, Monitoring and Evaluation, and also so then I know this Atujan, and I say, you're sharing some company, be the Chankas and Sababeji, Simpiano, now or day and some no Atuja, Honorable Dr. Kwabena Kukufu.
Yeah,
now one goes to our casa.
And see, I can't want some there, and this is for almost remove my Ghana for pa. So much and the Ghana for a quite year in 2012 up to 20.
But say I can say contractor for no Musa Comsicano. Have they
do now almost about 80% in Sakonsika that and a new contract.
Because as of December, Mampenabe they trade betu just about 65% there.
Saka.
And to see how can say
free hobby to go some treaty treaty. I said me of a Minister of Roads. Honorable Amakwanta. Manzo Kumasakra.
Okay.
Hey, go some treaty Ena abayama new contract. Inti akwan ahodo bebre o ho a nipa nse gusua omoye. From 2009 ebesi 2016 na NDC fra bem. Sa Kumasi nkran kwan a ewura akofo de akokoduro eye se ye do carriage nanka akosi ba bi ebesi. Ba bi esi ya NPP fra bem. Ya mfa 1/2 kilometer mpo under Mills Mahama administration, 2009, BC 2016.
Na say mobile so mumfa.
Oh, correct. The other side of it, since 2018.
Which side are you talking about?
Won't say a dual carriage. But now you ba a cast of fasoko. Eti ba na casino. And no na that one so fufu kwakusin and one
me fast so check but person me home reporting ya say be an say wa fa so adwuma so
madam ya de mam cameraman crew enkonkore.
I see.
Contractors so a omu ye adwuma kakra je say epija ne mu.
I see.
Yes. Idru si ebu akonta na ye kire akwan a aben ya ye. Near the Total Quaya NDC year 2009, BC 2016. Ghana for Yina Bihunia, Ultra Kuntumpu, and in the Okanokre. Yea, she said, ye came, ye chira quinoa, near chira care war home, near chira contract across ye. NDC form Rabontain, not 2012, from ABC 2016. A quayom the good green book Numinan, Maya contractor by contractor, the cost by cost. Na yen Ghana for yen konkohwe nti say fa green book no na bo afichire na ye aye okwan ama won sabre na then we will know nti omo de kwan ne de rose de ade e bebo aye pa ye bompa
ma yen sa so ko Great Hall emra na yen samra ya basisia
Asukwa, you are right. Evidence based. This was how it was before. This is how it is now. Change is happening. Change is happening. Completed classroom block at Manso and Kwanta. The Chief's compound is under construction. District of Insurance offices have been commissioned. These pictures were taken, we have taken these pictures from the file. All these projects are now completed, are in use. Health theater and maternity block, Sectoral Polyclinic. The roads. Kumasi Road, Etimetim. We are desilting the drains. Petransa from Sian Quarry Junction to Petransa Broncrom boundary. This road is now completed. Kumewu runabout with associate drains and curbs on adjoining roads. Reshaping of Oyoko Banko and Sectoral, Akrofomso feeder roads. Akrofomso, thank you very much. Evidence-based. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I give you my word, these videos are out there, they are on screens. And we shall take time to go through the entire presentation before we leave here. We shall also send this to our mobile phones via WhatsApp so that everybody can see that work is happening on the ground. At this juncture, this is just a teaser. At this juncture, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the moment is here. We promised, we have delivered. We promised. Let me feel the energy. We promised. Change is happening. Thank you very much. May I at this juncture, Nana Chair, the rare privilege and honor to invite onto the podium the second gentleman of the land, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Please let's receive Doctor with a big round of applause. A big round of applause for His Excellency the Vice President. A big round of applause for His Excellency the Vice President.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nana Bantamahene, representative of Otumfuo Setutu II, the regional minister, ministers of state, members of parliament, MMDCEs, our father, Dr. Adol Kufuor, chairman of SNIT, board chairman, CEOs, and deputy CEOs, the vice chancellor of the KNUST and the pro-vice chancellor, heads of departments, deans, staff, and students, clergy and imams, our General Secretary, Indefatigable John Boydu of the NPP, and National Youth Organizer Nana Boachi, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It is a pleasure to have the opportunity to share with you our assessment of the economy and our assessment of the implementation of our manifesto promises based on the data. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to shed some light on a number of issues that are no doubt of concern as far as the economy is concerned. So basically, we are going to let the data speak for itself. So let's start at the beginning. The NPP, under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was largely aware of the nature of the problems that existed in the economy before we came into office. We had analyzed the economy before we came. We analyzed these problems, talked about them, and put forward solutions which were largely captured in our 2016 election manifesto. Some of the problems that existed in the economy, many of which were worsened following the 8 years of the NDC government, included declining economic growth, high inflation, high interest rates, high rate of exchange rate depreciation, high fiscal deficit, a rapid accumulation of the debt. In fact, the debt increased 12-fold under their government in 8 years. A weak and collapsing financial system, high unemployment, the NHIS was back to cash and carry, emergency healthcare system was collapsing with only 55 semi-functional ambulances in the country. We had to contend with 4 years of doomsday. Average annual increase in electricity prices between 2010 and 2015 was 45% every year, increase averagely in electricity prices. We had increases in taxes on many items. There was a freeze in the recruitment in the public sector, cuts in research allowances for lecturers, abolition of teacher training allowances, abolition of nursing training allowances, and teachers were paid just 3 months arrears for working for 2 to 3 years. There were high import duties and we had corrupt practices associated with the acquisition of passports, driver's licenses, registering businesses, and so on. Problems renewing NHIS membership, the cumbersome process of clearing goods at the ports. Parents could not afford senior high school fees for their kids. We had no national ID card. We had no working address system for the country. We had corrupt practices associated with the manual court processes. And the IMF program was resorted to restore public policy credibility with its attendant conditionalities. This was the situation. Notwithstanding the difficult economy we inherited and all these problems, we had to get on with it and start to fix the problems. We were cognizant of our many promises. In fact, at the direction of the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we put together a dashboard of manifesto promises. Immediately, we were declared winners of the 2016 election, and before we were sworn into office, he asked us to put together this dashboard of manifesto promises before we were sworn into office. And we have been using this dashboard to track our manifesto promises since. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenge was huge. How can an economy that could not afford to pay teacher and nursing training allowances suddenly deliver lower taxes, restore teacher and nursing training allowances, create jobs, implement free senior high school education, create NAPCO, planting for food and jobs, one village, one dam, one constituency, one ambulance, reduce electricity prices, formalize the economy, industrialize the economy, reduce the cost of doing business, and so on, while at the same time reducing the budget deficit and reducing the rate of borrowing. It seemed an impossible task, and our opponents were emphatic that we could not fulfill our promises. But we were confident that with good economic management and by the grace of God, we could make what seemed impossible possible. It required a resetting of the fiscal and monetary policy framework in the context of the existing IMF program that we had inherited. The IMF program had been completely run off track by our predecessors. We renegotiated the IMF program in a manner that provided fiscal consolidation, at the same time creating the fiscal space to deliver on our promises to Ghanaians. It took some skill and experience on the part of the Ghana team to renegotiate the IMF program that ensures consolidation, but at the same time, strong growth, and which I am happy to say Ghana successfully exited the IMF program in April last year. After 3 years in office, the results of the fiscal consolidation are evident, and the data shows that significant progress has been made to restore macroeconomic stability and economic growth. The growing confidence in the macroeconomy owes a lot to the prudent management of our public finances and monetary affairs over the last 3 years. To underpin fiscal discipline going forward, Ghana has for the first time in history passed into law a Fiscal Responsibility Act that limits the fiscal deficit in any year to a maximum of 5% of GDP and requires a positive primary balance to ensure debt sustainability. In addition to a Fiscal Responsibility Act, we established a Fiscal Council to provide oversight and advice on the implementation of fiscal policy. This has never been done in our history. So as a result of good fiscal discipline, the fiscal deficit on a cash basis has declined from 6.8% of rebased GDP in 2016 to 3.8% in 2018, 4.8% in 2019, below the fiscal rule of 5%. This, for the first time in a decade. So we are managing the public finances better. For the first time in a decade, ladies and gentlemen, Ghana recorded primary balance surpluses. Primary balance surplus means that our tax revenue exceeded government spending, excluding debt service payments, for 3 years in a row. This is for the first time in a whole decade of 10 years. For 3 years in a row, we've achieved primary budget surpluses for 3 years in a row. The primary balance surplus was 0.5% of GDP in 2017, 1.4% in 2018, and 0.9% in 2019. This compares with a deficit of 1.1% in 2016. And a positive primary balance is important because when you have a positive primary balance, it means that you are slowing down the rate of debt accumulation. That is what it means. A positive primary balance means you are slowing down the rate of debt accumulation. And that means you are really implementing good fiscal management and prudent fiscal management. So let us look at what has happened to the debt, right? As a result of this fiscal discipline that we've imposed upon ourselves and achieving the positive primary balance. The total public debt has increased from 122 billion Ghana cedis in 2016 to 214 billion Ghana cedis, that is 62.2% of GDP at the end of November 2019. But this includes the cost of the banking sector cleanup, which, as you know, is over 13 billion Ghana cedis and counting. Excluding the cost of the banking sector cleanup, the debt stock stands at 203 billion, or 59.1% of GDP. However, if you look at these debt dynamics, the strong fiscal adjustment that has taken place and better debt management has meant that the rate of debt accumulation has slowed down considerably to the lowest in a decade. Between 2008 and 2012, right? The first 2008 and 2012, Ghana's debt stock increased by 267%. Between 2008 and 2012. Ghana's debt stock increased by 267%. Between 2012 and 2016, Ghana's debt stock increased by another 243%. But between 2016 and 2019, the increase has been by 79%. So there's a big difference. So you look at the graph here, you'll see that if you look at the debt to GDP ratio, for example, the debt to GDP ratio increased by 49% between 2008 to 2012, increased by 19% between 2012 and 2016, and by 3.9% between 2016 and 2019. So you are seeing that there is fiscal discipline that is being implemented. There's a big difference between before 2017 and after 2017. It's a clear difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has therefore kept its promise to reduce the rate of borrowing that was taking place before we came into office. I would also like to note that although in absolute terms, the interest payments on the debt have increased over the last 2 years, with much better debt management, interest as a percentage of our GDP, the GDP is our income, has actually declined from 6.9% of GDP to 5.6 in 2016, to 5.6% in 2018, and 5.7% in 2019. So we are reducing the burden of the debt on the budget by reducing debt as a ratio of the interest payments as a ratio of GDP from 6.9% to 5.7%. That is a major achievement that has taken place. So even though the quantum of the debt has gone up, we are paying less as a percentage of our annual income to service that debt. And that is good economic management. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to turn to inflation and interest rates. A combination of prudent monetary policy and fiscal consolidation supported by zero central bank financing of the government and strong external sector developments have underpinned a steady disinflation process over the last 36 months. Inflation has dropped steadily from a high of 15.4% at the end of 2016 to 7.9% at the end of December 2019, which is about the lowest since 1992. The lowest since 1992. Ladies and gentlemen, these two graphs are very instructive. If you look at these two graphs, the one on the left will tell you about different types of inflation. You have the headline inflation, you have the food inflation, and then the non-food inflation. The food inflation is the lower one in the orange. But what you are seeing is that before the NPP government came into office, there was a wide divergence between the different inflation rates, headline, food inflation, and non-food inflation. There was a wide divergence. It means inflationary expectations were not quite well anchored. What you are seeing since we've come into office, with the good work and management that we are doing, you are seeing a convergence of food inflation, non-food inflation, and headline inflation, which means we are managing the inflation much better, and that is a good thing for Ghana. Now, how has this decline in inflation, I mean, if you look at what we call core inflation, which is underlying inflation or inflation excluding the volatile items like energy and food prices, that is the graph on the right. Core inflation, underlying inflation. If you take out the volatile items in the basket, how does it look like? You will see that under the NDC, core inflation kept going up, just like you've seen with headline inflation. It's like they were taking us up a mountain, giving all of us wahala going up the mountain, right? So you see core inflation going up. Under the NPP, you see core inflation. You are now coming down the mountain and easing the burden of the people. And how has this reflected in the everyday lives of people? I've taken two items. One is petroleum prices, or the rate of increase in petroleum prices. If you look at the rate of increase in petroleum prices, it has declined. In fact, if you look at NDC, between 2009 and 2012, the average annual increase in petrol prices was 29.5% every year. Between 2012 and 2013 and 2016, every year the average increase was 24%. But because we've been able to bring inflation down and manage the economy better, under Nana Akufo-Addo between 2017 and 2019, it has been 13.5%. So this is reflecting, this good economic management is reflecting. But further, in addition to this, you've seen a decrease in electricity prices. We promised to reduce electricity prices. People thought it wasn't possible. I will take you back because sometimes people tell us we have short memories. And we always have to remind ourselves that we will not forget. We will not forget their record. If you look at the record, the data is clear from the table you see. Between 2010 and 2015, in 2010, electricity prices went up in this country by 89%. 2011, 10%. 2012, of course, election year, no electricity price increase. 2013, they gave it to us, 78%. 2014, 28.36%. 2015, 59.2%. This is electricity price increases. We promised that we will do a decrease in electricity price increases. Okay? 2016, of course, there was no increase, another election year. But 2017, our first year in government, there was no increase in electricity price. 2018, we reduced electricity prices by 22%. And by the way, this is the first government in the history of the Fourth Republic, first government that has reduced electricity prices. First government. In 2019, we increased the prices by 11%, but when you take the net between 2019 and 2018, in net terms, since we've been in office, we've reduced electricity prices by 10% in net terms. And it has not happened so far for any government in the Fourth Republic. And therefore, it is a promise that we have fulfilled. Reducing inflation, ladies and gentlemen, by 50% between 2016 and 2019 is really a remarkable achievement. It's a major, major achievement that we've done to reduce inflation. In fact, the sterling performance of the Bank of Ghana and the leadership of Governor Adom in bringing down inflation is among the reasons why the Bank of Ghana was just last week selected amongst all the central banks in the world. The Bank of Ghana last week was selected as Central Bank of the Year 2019. Central Bank of the Year 2019. It has never happened. It has never happened that our central bank has even featured there in the top 3. Historically, it has never happened. Normally, we have won African Central Bank of the Year. We have won that before. But to win the world or the global Central Bank of the Year, under Nana Adom Akufo-Addo. And the steady disinflation process has provided scope for a significant monetary policy easing. The bank, you see a steady increase in the interest rate. Again, they are taking us up the mountain, and we are having more wahala as they are taking us up. But with the NPP in office, you've seen that we have turned that around, and we are coming down the mountain under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And you have seen that this has resulted in a decrease in lending rates, even though we still want to see lending rates come down. We've come down from 32% in 2016 to 23.6% in 2019. That's a major reduction, but we will keep working to do more. Ladies and gentlemen, I now turn to our performance in the external sector. Ghana's external payments position has strengthened. For the first time in 20 years, the trade balance, that is the difference between what we export and what we import, that is the trade balance, the difference between our exports and our imports. For the first time in 20 years, the trade balance has recorded a surplus for 3 years in a row. We recorded a surplus in 2017, a larger surplus in 2018, and an even larger surplus in 2019. And this is not because we are importing less, but it is largely because of increased exports as a result of the positive transformation of this economy under the NPP government. The positive trade balance has resulted in a significant narrowing of the current account deficit as a percentage of GDP. So you see the graph on the right, which shows the current account, and you see that the deficit was large. It has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller under the NPP. Improvements in the current account performance and increased capital flows have helped to boost international reserves over the last 24 months. Gross international reserves have reached 7.05 billion in December 2018, 3.6 months of import cover, increased to 8.4 billion, 4 months of import cover at the end of 2019. But Ghana's net international reserves have also increased from 3.4 billion in 2016 to 5.1 billion in 2019. So our reserves are growing and are healthy. I now want to turn to an interesting topic on the minds of many Ghanaians, which is the exchange rate of the cedi and its development. Ladies and gentlemen, the exchange rate, and I want you to pay attention on this section because there's so much propaganda around it. So the exchange rate is simply the price of one currency relative to other currencies. So the cedi to the dollar. At the basic level, it is influenced by factors such as the relative demand and supply for foreign currency. It is a price, just like the price of any good or service. How much of one currency does one need to give up to get the unit of another currency? And generally, it reflects the purchasing power of one currency relative to another. Countries have a choice between two basic types of exchange rate regimes. You can have a fixed exchange rate regime, which is one which is administratively fixed by the government or the monetary authority, with fiscal and monetary policy deployed to maintain the fixed exchange rate regime. So the CFA countries, for example, operate a fixed exchange rate regime. In practice, countries will devalue or revalue their currencies in line with their fundamentals. The other type of exchange rate regime is the floating exchange rate regime, where the exchange rate is determined by the forces of demand. It's a floating regime or a managed floating regime. And for that reason, in Ghana, we can or should never expect that the exchange rate will be fixed. We are not operating a fixed exchange rate regime in Ghana. It will fluctuate depending on the demand and supply. What policymakers can do is to try to control the rate of depreciation or appreciation of the currency through sound policies. In the context of a floating exchange rate regime, therefore, arresting the depreciation of a currency can only mean slowing down the rate of depreciation or stopping the rapid and volatile depreciation of the currency. That is what arresting depreciation means in the context of a floating exchange rate regime. In general, there is a direct relationship between higher inflation, especially non-food inflation, and the exchange rate appreciation or depreciation. And if you look at the table that is here, it tells you fundamentally what determines an exchange rate in an economy is largely driven by inflation differentials. Those are fundamentals. Other factors can happen in the short run to affect the currency, but whenever you have higher inflation relative to the currency you are dealing with, you will have higher depreciation. When your inflation lowers, you will have lower depreciation. And this is what we are seeing in this graph. So, with this background, how has the Cedi performed under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the last 3 years? The answer is very simple. You look at this table, which looks at the average rate of depreciation of the Cedi since 1992. Between 1993 and 1996, first term of the Fourth Republic, the average rate of depreciation of the Cedi was 27.95%. 97 to 2000, 25.19%. 2001 to 2004, we drastically reduced it under President Kufuor to 11.4%, and 2005 to 2008, the second term, to 6.7%. 2009 to 2012, 10.9%. Under the NDC government of 2013 to 2016, it was 18%. Under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, it is, for the first 3 years, 8.7%. So, you see from this table that the Cedi exchange rate under the NPP from 2017 to 2019 is twice as stable as it was under the NDC from 2013 to 2016. It has depreciated by 50% less, right? We are twice as stable under the NPP. And you should know that under the NDC, our currency was basically depreciating at the speed of Usain Bolt. Now, under the NPP, we have arrested the rapid depreciation of the Cedi, and we will make no apologies for that. We have arrested the rapid depreciation of the Cedi. But why does the NDC, in the face of such incontrovertible evidence, why do they keep insisting that they can do a better job of managing the Cedi in the face of such incontrovertible evidence? Ladies and gentlemen, it is like you have taken an exam with somebody and they score 40% and you score 80%, and they come out to say they know the subject better than you. What you will be that? What you will be that? What 40%? Mako Churamanya 80%. Usi Unimsa Chemi. When who way with that? In fact, in the history of the Fourth Republic, Akufo-Addo, the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has the best performance for any first-term government since 1992. The best performance. The data is there. The best performance. The overall best, of course, is Kufuor's government so far, but that was the second term. So NPP will take number 1, will take number 2 position. That we are the best. Under Nana Akufo-Addo, as far as managing the depreciation of the Cedi, the best performance for any first-term government since 1992. All the worst performances happened under the NDC. They hold the record for the first worst performance, the second worst performance, and the third worst performance since 1992. But notwithstanding that they are the worst performers, they still want to challenge the best performers. ASMO. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 2008, at the end of 2008, the exchange rate of the Cedi to the dollar was 1.18. 1.18 Cedis to the dollar. They came into office, and after 8 years, they moved the exchange rate to 4.2 Cedis to the dollar. So they quadrupled the nominal value of the exchange rate. It's not even triple jump. They added 1 jump to it to make it quadruple jump. Right? It's not triple jump. They made it quadruple jump from 1 to 4. From 1 to 4. Now, for those of you who know your mathematics or arithmetic, you know the percentage change from 1 to 4 is very significant. Isn't it? We have gone from 4.2 to 5.35 in just 3 years and a bit. If you go from 4 to 5 versus 1 to 4, is it the same percentage increase? Right? One, you are getting close to 200 and something percentage increase. Another, you are around 20%. It is not the same. Indeed, the NPP, for us, if the Cedi is to match what the NDC record is, we will have to do a quadruple jump, which means we have to move from 4 close to 16 to be able to match their record. Is that clear? Yeah, if you are going to match their record in terms of the nominal change in the currency, if you quadruple the 4, you will go towards 16. But we have only gone from 4 to 5.35, and they are making noise. So, thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, this year, the Cedi is performing quite well and reflecting the fundamentals. And currently, the Cedi is the best performing currency in the world against the US dollar. As we speak this year, with an appreciation of 3.4%. Ladies and gentlemen, the data shows that Ghana's macroeconomic fundamentals are strong. Indeed, the strength of Ghana's fundamentals was confirmed recently by Moody's ratings, which changed Ghana's sovereign ratings from B3 with a stable outlook to B3 with a positive outlook. This is unprecedented for an election year. For an election year, to have that sort of change in the ratings outlook. Standard & Poor's also upgraded Ghana's sovereign credit rating from B- to B with a stable outlook last year. This was the first upgrade by Standard & Poor's for Ghana in 10 years. This is a strong affirmation of the positive assessment by international financial markets of Ghana's economic fundamentals. In fact, at the time President Kufuor left office, Ghana's sovereign credit rating with Standard & Poor's was B+. This fell after 8 years of NDC government to B-. And the President Nana Akufo-Addo's government is bringing this rating back up again. This is clearly a testament to the solid policies and reforms yielding fruits. Just last week, Ghana successfully issued the longest dated Eurobond ever issued by a sub-Saharan African country, with investors placing $15 billion of orders for Ghana's 41-year bond. We issued a 41-year bond, the longest in the history of sub-Saharan Africa, and it was 8 times oversubscribed. 8 times oversubscribed. That is a remarkable vote of confidence in the economy of Ghana. The 7-year bond issued attracted the lowest coupon ever for Ghana at 6.375%. 6.375%. When the NDC issued a similar bond in 2016, it attracted 9.25%. Just look at the difference. 9.25, 6.3. Huge gap in interest rates. It means they are more confident in the economy under the NPP than under the NDC, and they are willing to give us lower interest rates for that. I'm now, ladies and gentlemen, want to touch on a subject that is very, very important to Ghanaians. This is the banking sector cleanup that the Bank of Ghana has undertaken. There's too much propaganda around the issue, and we need to understand it and understand it well. So, as I noted earlier, we inherited a financial system that was weak and fragile, with several institutions that had collapsed or were on the verge of collapse. The Bank of Ghana, in cleaning up and strengthening the financial sector, revoked the licenses of 9 banks, 23 savings and loans, and 386 microfinance companies. Many of these companies were not working at all anyway. They were dead. The Bank of Ghana did not just do this because they felt it was time to create suffering for depositors and difficulties for the owners of those institutions, as the NDC is forcing us to believe. Rather, the central bank did this cleanup to protect the financial system and save hard-earned monies of hard-working men and women, like those bustling at Swami Magazine, Kumasi Juemu, and Adom right now as I speak. Furthermore, we should all note that many of these financial institutions were dead, and in many cases, they were not even paying their depositors or employees at all or regularly. There were countless instances where customers would travel several kilometers for just 200 cedis withdrawal, and they were told to go and come another day. This had become an unending spin for these good and innocent people. Cobras. Indeed, the current central bank leadership inherited what was pretty much like a body with a cancer in the toe. If you don't give up that toe in time to end the rot, you will soon move from one with a rotten toe to one without a leg, because the rot will eventually spread to your hip, and then you are going to have to lose the entire leg. The swift and decisive action taken by the new management team at the Bank of Ghana provided relief for the financial system as a whole through the funds provided by the government for depositor payouts. Ladies and gentlemen, let us remember that the failures of these financial institutions that we witnessed were a direct result of a system of poor licensing, non-existent capital, weak corporate governance, related party transactions, and so on. And this has actually hurt so many innocent people, depositors and employees alike. The NDC government and the previous management of the Bank of Ghana had ample time to address the impending failures. They were aware of the problems in 2015 in the case of banks, and in as far back as 2012 in the case of savings and loans and microfinance companies. In fact, President Mahama, in the State of the Nation address in 2016, stated as follows, and I want to quote the former president. He said, and I quote, "Mr. Speaker, over the past 5 years, there has been a proliferation of microfinance companies. These companies come under the direct supervision of the Bank of Ghana. Unfortunately, lack of effective supervision has resulted in many cases in which microfinance companies licensed by Bank of Ghana have breached the rules and created supposed pyramid schemes that have eventually come crashing down. One such case is DKM. DKM, with super high interest rates between 50 and 55% promise, is believed to have caused a loss to its clients of 77 million. Many depositors have lost their livelihood." End quote. This was the State of the Nation address in 2016. So the government were aware of the problem, and they had been aware of this problem for over 5 years for savings and loans, and since 2015 for the banks. But they had no courage to deal with the cancer at the heart of the banking system. They had no courage to deal with it. Even in opposition, I alerted the country that on the basis of available data, 8 banks were likely to collapse. I'm sure many of you remember it. I, as an opposition member, said, looking at the data, 8 banks will collapse. You need to do something about this. But they did nothing. They refused to act. Thanks to the Bank of Ghana's cleanup exercise and the government's decision to step in to provide financial support to ensure an orderly exit of the failed institutions, over 1 million depositors have had access to their deposits already, and over 7,000 jobs have been saved as a result of employees who have been taken on by the GCB or Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited or the receivers. Employees whose salaries and employee benefits had been unpaid by the defunct institutions have been paid or are being paid by receivers. Can you imagine what would have happened in this country if 4.6 million depositors had lost their deposits? Can you imagine what would have happened in this country if we had allowed this collapse for 4.6 million depositors to lose their deposits and over 10,000 individuals to have lost their jobs? The benefits of the banking sector cleanup exercise are evident for all to see. We now have a stronger and more resilient banking sector than ever before, and the deposits in the banking system have increased significantly as customers' confidence in the system has rebounded. We should never forget, ladies and gentlemen, we should never forget that under the NDC, we had the messy liquidations of the BCCI in 1999 and the closure and liquidation by the Bank of Ghana in the year 2000 of the Cooperative Bank and the Bank for Housing and Construction. Also under NDC, the collapse of DKM and the proliferation of unlicensed financial services such as PIRAM, R5, God is Love Fan Club, Men's Gold, and others that took advantage of their customers. With this background, I find the NDC's newfound care for indigenous firms quite baffling, given the number of indigenous firms that collapsed under 4 years of doomsaw under their government. Why didn't their government bail those firms out? Those firms that collapsed as a result of doomsaw. Where were the specific policies to support them? Do they know how many jobs were lost? What did they do about that if they cared so much about jobs? What about the jobs of the microfinance companies that collapsed under their watch? Did those people not matter? Well, still, they are telling people, the people of Ghana, that they would have kept the indigenous institutions alive even after they found that they had obtained their licenses, in some cases, based on false and non-existent capital, or after it became obvious that they had siphoned off depositors' funds and the liquidity support that the Bank of Ghana had provided to those institutions. Is their idea of an indigenous financial sector one that is characterized by fraud or unlawful activities? Ladies and gentlemen, if you own a business and you employ somebody and they bring their certificate, you employ them, give them a job, and then later on you find out that they have actually presented a fake certificate to obtain the job, and not only that, they are stealing your money to build a house, will you not sack them from work? Will you not sack them from work? You will not keep them in employment. Will you say that because this person is from my village, I can keep him with a fake certificate and allow him to continue stealing my money? You wouldn't say that. A lot of these banks were engaged in fraudulent practices and poor corporate governance, and the licenses, some of the licenses were obtained fraudulently. And therefore, the Bank of Ghana had to take action against them. We cannot say simply because you are indigenous banks, we should allow you to collapse the entire banking system. Nobody takes any pleasure in revoking a license of any institution. It must be a painful exercise. And I'm sure the Bank of Ghana, took its time in doing this. But it is important to note that all the 9 indigenous banks that were closed were to a large extent taken over by 2 Ghanaian indigenous banks, GCB and CBG. So we are ensuring stronger Ghanaian ownership in the banking sector. Also, the Ghana Amalgamated Trust, with 100% Government of Ghana ownership, has successfully invested in 4 indigenous banks that were unable to meet the new capital requirements. It is noteworthy, let us note, that no bank was closed only on account of not meeting the new minimum capital requirement of 400 million. No bank was closed because they couldn't meet that. There were other matters that resulted in closures. Ladies and gentlemen, government has already spent over 13 billion. This is unplanned. We had not budgeted for it. 13 billion Ghana cedis, paying depositors of banks and other financial institutions. And President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo gave the assurance on 24th of December last year in his Christmas message. And it's an assurance I want to repeat because it doesn't seem to have been carried far. And it is an assurance that no depositor of a savings and loan or a microfinance institution will lose any of their deposits, not even one person. No depositor will lose. So we want fairness. What we have done for those who have deposited in the banks, we are going to do the same for those who have deposited in the savings and loans and the microfinance. Everybody will get 100% of their deposits back. That is going to happen. And it is starting. Because all these depositors, they lost, through no fault of their own. So the government has asked the receiver, working with the Bank of Ghana, to expedite the validation and payment of the depositors so that all the depositors will receive their monies after their validation. I also want to add that the President has also said that if we are treating all the savings and loans depositors in this manner and making sure we are giving all of them 100% of their deposits, then we should extend it to the DKM depositors and also give them 100% of their deposits. So they will also now be included in the refunds so that they will receive their deposits. So we are therefore cleaning up the mess. We are cleaning up the mess the NDC created in the financial sector. The NDC was unable to do it. They were aware of the problem, but they refused to act. Given their management of the economy, they could not find the money even to pay teacher training allowance or nursing training allowance. Where would they have found 13 billion Ghana cedis to pay to depositors to rescue them from the collapse of the banks? They couldn't do it. They didn't have the space to do it. But now we know, and I am sure, that left to the NDC, our banking system would have collapsed by now if we had left this to the NDC. But now they are going around saying, oh, we are going to pay everybody there's money. You couldn't pay teacher training allowance. Where are you going to get a 13 billion? From your management. The Ashantis have a proverb. Asantifuo mu obe. Mubube se kwatu kwase Obama wontoma. Ti eniding. Enyasa. Se kwatu kwase Obama wontoma. Ti eniding. If they could have done it, they would have done it a long time ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are cleaning up the banking sector. We are now moving into the real sector of the economy. We promised in our manifesto that we are going to move this economy from a focus on taxation to a focus on production. So notwithstanding the revenue challenges that we inherited, we took the decision to reduce taxes in the economy. We understood that the tax burden on individuals and businesses was high, following the high tax increases under the NDC regime. We were aware that this could worsen our revenue challenges in the short term, but we were of the firm conviction that reducing taxes will spur growth and increase revenues in the medium to long term. In fulfillment of our promise to move the economy from a focus on taxation to a focus on production and growth, we have thus far reduced at least 15 separate taxes. Reducing these taxes was a brave decision. For any manager of an economy, you come in with an economy which is in very, very dire straits, and your first action is to reduce taxes. It's not conventional. It is not orthodox. It is unconventional and unorthodox, but we knew it was the right policy for Ghana, and we went for it. So, in fact, no such broad-based reduction in taxes has ever been implemented in Ghana's history since 1957. No such broad-based reduction in taxes has been implemented. You see from the table, we abolished the 17.5% VAT on real estates, abolished the 17.5% VAT on selected imported medicines, abolished the 17.5% VAT on financial services, abolished the import duty on spare parts, abolished the 1% import levy, abolished the 17.5% VAT on domestic airline tickets, abolished the levies imposed on KIA, reduced import duty for all goods, excluding vehicles, 50%, and vehicles, 30%, abolished the excise duty on petroleum, provided a full corporate tax deduction for private universities who plow back 100% of their profits into the university, reduced the National Electrification Scheme levy from 5% to 3%, reduced the special petroleum tax rate from 17% to 3% to 13%, replaced the 17.5% VAT with a flat rate of 3%, and granted capital gains tax exemption on stocks traded on the Ghana Stock Exchange. So this is phenomenal, you know, and we expected this to help us boost. Despite these tax reductions, the data shows that revenue collection in nominal Cedi terms has actually increased by 25% annually since 2017. In terms of real growth, the average annual real growth before 2017 of revenue was 7.2%, and after 2017, it is 8.4%, despite all these reductions. It is also important to note that the average dollar equivalent of collections before 2017 was $5.89 billion a year, and after 2017, it's been $7.57 billion a year. Beyond the reduction in taxes, we proceeded to focus on production in the real sector. Virtually every government has noted the need for Ghana to change the structure of the economy through diversification and by shifting from the focus on raw materials to value addition. This is the key pillar in Nana Akufo-Addo's Ghana Beyond Aid agenda. To accomplish this, we are implementing the following programs: planting for food and jobs. We are increasing, we've seen a major increase in production of cassava, rice, maize, soya, plantain, and so on. We are actually exporting these goods now. We've established the Ghana Commodities Exchange. One district, one factory is on course, and 79 or so factories and the schemes are at various stages of construction. The process of starting an integrated bauxite and aluminum industry is a major step in this diversification and innovative financing. The Ghana Bauxite and Aluminum Development Corporation law has been passed. The Ghana Integrated Aluminum Development Corporation has been established, and we are doing a similar thing for the iron and steel industry. A national automotive policy has been brought out, and we will see, I think next month, Volkswagen will be in Ghana to establish a car assembly plant in Ghana. Volkswagen, and by August, we expect Toyota to do the same, and we will continue giving incentives to Kantanka as well as all of these to get the local production going. So, ladies and gentlemen, economic growth, which was on the declining trend, has been restored. GDP growth was 8.1% in 2017, 6.8% in 2018, and is projected at 7% in 2019. And this is compared to 3.4% in 2016. Ghana's GDP growth now, for 3 years in a row, is amongst the fastest in the world. For 3 years in a row, our GDP growth is amongst the fastest in the world. Non-oil growth has increased from 4.6% in 2016 to 5.8% in 2018 and a projected 5.9% in 2019. The recent growth performance has been driven by industry and agri sectors, and agri particularly reflecting the effect of the policy interventions in the sector, most notably the planting for food and jobs. This has resulted in an increase in agri sector output from 2.9% in 2016 to 6.8% in 2018 and a projected 6.4% in 2019. Industry growth has increased from 4.3% in 2016 to 15.7% in 2017, 10.6% in 2018, and a projected 8.8% in 2019. And the growth in the service sector has almost doubled from 2.8% in 2016 to 5.4% in 2019. So quite clearly, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the real sector, we promise that we will move the economy from taxation to production, and the real sector, you will definitely see we have reduced the taxes and we have seen production going up with the interventions we are making in agriculture and industry, and it is good economic management. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghanaian society, I want to talk about the formalization of our economy. Ghanaian society and micro, small businesses continue to be largely informal. In such an environment, access to the services targeting the delivery of public services to those who need these services the most tends to be difficult. And in most cases, it depends on who you know. For the banking sector, lending rates are high, partly because of the high information problems in establishing identity and in verifying ownership of property. These have to change if we are aspiring to become a modern middle-income economy. It is for all these reasons that we are aggressively pursuing the agenda to formalize the Ghanaian society through digitization. With digitization, we are introducing new and more efficient ways of doing things, and we are curbing corruption. So far, the agenda, we've started the issue of national ID cards. This is something that has been on the agenda for a very long time. But thankfully, by the grace of God, by the end of this year, Ghana will have a fully functioning national ID card system. That is fantastic. As at last Friday, we had over 8 million people who have been registered. Currently, we are registering about 115,000 people every day. By the end of March, we would have 12 million people registered, and soon after, we should hit our target of 16 million people to be registered. And that is going to be a major change for this country. Most people don't even understand the huge implication of having a unique identifier for everybody. It will be the anchor for integrating all databases in the country. Currently, less than 2 million people are registered for tax identification numbers. Less than 2 million out of our population of 30 million. But once we complete the national ID exercise this year, our proposal is to convert all the national ID numbers into TIN numbers. So immediately you do that, you will have 60 million plus tax identification numbers for everybody. A big problem will have been solved, and we would have brought everybody into the tax net. And that will be a real major accomplishment by Nana Akufo-Addo. We've implemented the digital address system. There's no location in Ghana today on water or land that does not have a unique address. DVLA, we have digitized driver's licenses and vehicle registrations. We've digitized the passport office. So today, getting a passport is very easy. If you go online, we've made the ports paperless. You can renew your NHIS on your mobile phone. Mobile money interoperability has been brought, and you have interoperability between bank accounts and mobile wallets and within different companies. By the way, mobile money interoperability that we have introduced in Ghana is the first of its kind in Africa. The first of its kind. There's no country in Africa that has this type of mobile money interoperability. And places like Kenya only have interoperability between the telcos. No country has been able to achieve interoperability between the mobile wallets, the telcos, and the bank accounts. We are the only country that has been able to do that. And because we have done that, we are going to reap a lot of benefits from it. We're going to reap a lot of benefits and bring a lot of people into financial inclusion. Thanks to the Bank of Ghana, next month, in March, Ghana will launch what we call the Universal QR Code payment system next month, which will make it possible for all retailers, including the people who sell Kofi Brookman and Wache on the street. All retailers will be able to have the capacity to receive payments from their customers directly on their mobile phone. Directly, without a point of sale device being necessary. This is a major transformation. All retailers, you'll be able to receive even Trotro, if you want to pay by your mobile wallet, they'll receive it. They'll have their own QR code, right? Maybe Trotro owners will be very happy because maybe they don't get the full account. But everybody will be able to receive. So watch sellers, and so you don't have to keep a lot of cash if you are selling things, so that armed robbers will come and get your cash. If we all start paying using our Momo or bank card, we'll just pay it through the mobile phone and the matter will be finished. Your money will be in your bank account. We are introducing this, the first country in Africa to introduce a universal QR code is Ghana, and we are introducing it next month. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not all. As I said, we have put in place the pillars, and it's now time for us to reap the benefits of what we have put in place. Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed a pilot, and on February 18th, that is in less than 2 weeks' time, I will launch a nationwide mobile application that will allow ECG customers to buy units for their meters through their mobile phone at any time. So, if it is 2 a.m. in the morning and you have run out of units, you pick up your mobile phone, put in the digits, and the meter will come on, and all of it will go. So, we will launch this on February the 18th by the grace of God. And I must add, you will also be able to buy units for someone else. So it's not just for you, and so it will create problems for people. So you get a call at 3 a.m. in the morning, say, bra, me units no asanwo. To be mommy. So we are going to create a new problem. But digitization is going to reduce a lot of inefficiency and make life easier for all our people and reduce a lot of corruption in the system. And this is what we are doing. We have linked the emergency 112 number with a digital address system. As you know, we have delivered ambulances, one constituency, one ambulance, and we have linked all the ambulances. We can tell from the command center where each ambulance is at any time in the country, where each ambulance is. We've also linked the ambulances to the digital address system. So if you use your Ghana Post GPS system to call the ambulance center will know exactly where you are, your address, your digital address, the exact location. And it is important that all of us get used to using the Ghana Post GPS, because sometimes you may be in your home and armed robbers are attacking. You need to call the police, but you don't have time to explain exactly where your house is, because it is maybe in some lungu somewhere, right? That you have to, if you use your Ghana Post GPS to call 112 or the emergency button, immediately the command center will know that this is the address where you are calling from. And then the police will come there immediately. You don't need to explain anything. You just say, I need help. That's all. I'm under attack. So you do it. So we have linked the Ghana Post GPS with the emergency system and the ambulance system. And Ghana has now got a working ambulance system. In addition to help the ambulances, we have employed drones to deliver critical medicines and blood across many health facilities in the country. And Ghana today is the world's leading drones medical supplier. We are in the lead. The world's leading supplier of medicines by drone. It's a remarkable technology that is saving lives. Snake bites, mothers giving birth in very remote areas. We are able to get to them, and we will continue to do this. So ultimately, digitization of the economy will improve efficiency and reduce corruption and de-risk the business environment. And for me, one of the exciting things about this digitization, because when I was at the Bank of Ghana as deputy governor, I kept dealing with this issue. And we kept talking, how do we bring down interest rates? It's a big, big issue. The surest way to bring down interest rates is to formalize the economy, so that when you go to the bank, they will know your identity. This is who you are. They know where you live. So there is no risk, or the risk is minimized in lending to you. So for me, when we digitize this economy, you will see interest rates also beginning to come down. And I'm very excited about this country. I believe that in another 2 to 3 years, the Ghana we are seeing today will be a very different Ghana. A very different Ghana. It's not long. Give us another 2 to 3 years. When we put all this together, it will be a new Ghana for you. And I'm very excited that the promise that Nana Akufo-Addo made to modernize this country, we are in a position to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, to allow access to the internet across public tertiary institutions and senior high schools, government has awarded the contract for the provision of free Wi-Fi to all senior high schools and tertiary institutions. There is so much knowledge. There is so much knowledge on the internet. And we have to allow our senior high schools to access that knowledge. And we promise free Wi-Fi, and we are going to deliver free Wi-Fi to all senior secondary schools. So the program is going to kick off this year. The program will kick off this year, and an initial set of tertiary schools and senior high schools will be the kicking off, including KNUST, by the way. You will be in the initial set of schools. Once we are talking about senior high schools, I want to talk a little bit about free SHS. Dr. Yao Ejuchum is here. He's the master, but he has taught me a few things. I will say, I must say, Dr. Matthew Napo and his deputy, they've done an excellent job on free SHS. And Dr. Yao Ejuchum. Ladies and gentlemen, the empirical evidence is very persuasive that the key to economic transformation is human capital, not natural resources. There are many countries with natural resources, but it hasn't helped them in any way. The evidence shows that what matters is human capital. This is why President Nana Akufo-Addo has placed an emphasis of making sure that every Ghanaian child, regardless of the financial circumstances of the parent, will have access to free high school education. This was the promise we made prior to the election in 2016. And it is a promise that we have fulfilled. I must say that the free SHS policy is the most significant social intervention program introduced in Ghana since independence. There's no doubt about it. Since independence, it is the most significant. We are investing for the future. We are investing and building capacity for the future of this country. And we have to think about the future, not about ourselves. However, in introducing this free SHS, we had a big challenge. We did not have sufficient infrastructure in most schools to accommodate the increased numbers. The free SHS has resulted in a 69% increase in enrollment. 69% in enrollment. Many of these students would have been sitting at home. Today, 1.2 million children are benefiting from free SHS. The question that we faced when we tried to implement this free SHS policy, the question that we faced was, if we don't have enough infrastructure, how can we tell whose child should stay at home and whose child should go to school? Who should stay at home? In response to this challenge, we introduced the innovative Doubletrack system as a temporary solution to the problem while we construct new schools. The thinking here with the Doubletrack system is very similar to how our churches have the first service and the second service and the third service with the same building. Because the church has been built, but the people are many. So all of them want to come and hear the word of God on Sunday. So should we say to people, I am at Tinafie, or can we say, you come for first service, you come for second service, you come for third service, and all of you will hear the word of God? So this is our innovative solution and a temporary solution to a problem that we face. We'll say, okay, let's leverage our existing schools. Some people will come at one time, go home, and another set will come. We are not saying this is how it's going to be, but this is the temporary solution whilst we build more and more schools to do this. So I will say that it is better to educate a child even under a tree than to let them be sitting home. It is better to educate a child. Because if we had said that they should not be, we should not do double track, it means we could not have implemented free SHS. We would have been saying, let's wait to finish them. In fact, if you apply the same logic, National Health Insurance, we couldn't have implemented. Because we would have said, let's wait and build all the hospitals before we implement National Health Insurance. It was introduced in 2003, but even today in 2020, we are still building hospitals. But we have to make a start. And this is why Nana Akufo-Addo said, let us implement this double track, let us build the schools, and in good time, they will replace the double track system with a single track for everybody. Those who are criticizing the double track system have not been able to offer one alternative. Not one alternative. They are just saying, I will abolish the double track, but they won't tell you what they are going to replace it with. And they cannot tell you, because abolishing the double track means abolishing free SHS. That is what it is. Because you have to be able to tell me, we can all reason, tell me what you are going to do. They cannot tell us. Up to now, they've been criticizing free SHS since 2008. Up to now, they don't have an alternative. So, this is why government is investing in the construction of schools and new infrastructure. And I must say, it was very heartwarming when we read about a request from the government of Kenya. The government of Kenya has asked our own good ministers of education to come and teach them how to make the double track work for their country. I know that Dr. Yaweduchum was there to give them a brief on what we are doing. And they have sent a letter requesting the Minister for Education, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, to come and teach them how to do the double track system in Kenya so that they can leverage it. So let us appreciate what we have. We are thinking long term, but we are not going to compromise the education of our children. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a government that is committed to the free SHS system, a government that is prepared to commit the resources to finance it. Can we trust free SHS to someone who did not believe in it in the first place? Can we trust free SHS to someone who said it was a gimmick? Can we trust it to someone who said if he had 2 billion Ghana cedis, he would not spend it on free SHS? Can you trust free SHS with someone who says he would abolish the double track but has no alternative? We cannot take that risk. You can only trust the free SHS system with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He's the only person you can trust the free SHS system with. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the key promises that Nana Akufo-Addo made was to ensure that the poor are not excluded from access to infrastructure. This is the rationale behind the setting up of the development authorities. They're taking many projects that matter to the poor in our villages and communities, in addition to projects in the urban towns and cities. These include water, toilets, markets, school blocks, health facilities, police stations, and so on. The massive investment in water and sanitation infrastructure, for example, has resulted in an increase in the number of open defecation-free communities from 410 in 2016 to over 4,700 communities by the end of 2019. This is major increase. We will outdoor, ladies and gentlemen, we've done a lot of work putting together the data on infrastructure because we want to show the country what we have done in every district and constituency in the country. We've put all this data together and it is just remarkable. I'm sure it will surprise a lot of Ghanaians. But today, we are going to focus on the data on our manifesto promises, By April, in the next quarter, we will present the data on infrastructure, and it was going to be a very remarkable piece of data. So, ladies and gentlemen, this year, the president has said, is the year of roads. It's the year of Amoakoata, the roads minister. And I can assure you that so much is going on, the resources are being put together, and Ashanti, you will see that this year is the year of roads, Ampa. Very, very soon, you will see that this year, Ampa is the year of roads. We are mobilizing, and a lot of roads, critical roads, have started, and we will be taking off very, very soon. And so let's be patient, and you will see what we are doing. Let me now come to our manifesto promises. Ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that so much has been done in the management of the economy. But how has this translated into the fulfillment of our manifesto promises to the people of Ghana? In tracking and measuring our progress after 3 years for each of these commitments in a way that is intuitive and easily understood by the generality of Ghanaians, we have adopted 3 metrics or 3 categories in assessing our manifesto promises. We have divided the assessment into 3 categories. One is promises delivered. These are promises we have fully implemented. So we have delivered on those promises. Then we have promises that we are delivering. So if you take a promise like free SHS, we have delivered on it. So we'll count it under promises delivered. Then there are those that we are delivering. We've started delivering, but we haven't completed. Like one district, one factory. We have started the process. We've created a number of factories, but we are ongoing, like one village, one dam, and so on. They have not yet completed the process, but we are on course. It is on track, and we are moving. And then there are those that are pending, for those that we haven't started work on at all, like the passage of the consumer protection law that we said we will do. We haven't yet done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tabulated a total of 388 promises in our manifesto. That's quite a large number in total. And what we are looking at for the overall score of our assessment, we are just looking at the raw count of the promises. Of the 388 promises, how many have you delivered? How many are you delivering? How many are pending? That is essentially the raw count. There's no weighting attached to each sector or anything. It's just the raw count of the promises. And I must say, and it is very, very important to note, that this is the first time in the history of Ghana that any political party has come to the people with an assessment of its promises to the people. No other party has done this. This is the first time this is happening, and we think it's good for the governance of this nation. And we encourage all other parties who have governed in the past, it's not too late. They can come with their manifestos and tell us how much was actually accomplished. No government has done this. So let us look at the promises that we have delivered. And there are quite a lot. As I said, we have 388 promises. If you look at the agric sector, we said we will ensure that farming inputs are available in the farming communities at affordable prices, and we have delivered. We promised to support private seed growers to increase supply of improved seeds to farmers. We've delivered. We promised to reintroduce compensation payments under cocoa disease control payments program. We've delivered. We promised to expand local processing of cocoa. We've delivered. Promote capital ranching and facilitate land acquisition for its development. We've delivered. Provide patrol boats to stop foreign fishing vessels. We have delivered. We collaborate with the private sector to develop infrastructure for inland farming. We have delivered. place fisherfolk directly in charge of subsidized inputs at local outlets. We've delivered. Encourage local poultry processing. We have delivered. Support accelerated development of selected products, including grains and vegetables. We have delivered. Increase subsidies on retail prices of seeds and fertilizers. We've delivered. Support selected products with storage, transportation, and marketing. We've delivered. Reform and revive the national buffer stock. We have delivered. Improve fertilizer distribution. We have delivered. Have discussions with Burkina Faso for a more controlled spillage of the Bagri Dam. We have delivered. Revive the Grains Development Authority. We have delivered. Establish the Ghana Commodity Exchange. We've delivered. Restore overall macro stability. We have delivered. Reduce the rate of government borrowing. We have delivered. Reduce interest rates. We have delivered. Shift from taxation to production. We have delivered. Enact the Fiscal Responsibility Law. We have delivered. Fiscal Council. We have delivered. Financial Stability Council. We have delivered. Banking the unbanked. We have delivered. Abolish the special import levy. We have delivered. Abolish 17.5% VAT on medicines. We have delivered. 17.5% VAT on financial services. We have delivered. Abolish 5% real estate VAT. We have delivered. Abolish 17.5% VAT on domestic airline tickets. We have delivered. Reduce VAT on micro and small enterprises from 17.5% to 3%. We have delivered. Offer tax incentives to young entrepreneurs. We have delivered. Fix the basics of the government machinery to make it work in acquiring driver's licenses, passports, registering businesses, and so on. We have delivered. Encourage the colleges of education to upgrade their curricula to ensure they produce graduates that will teach well-equipped and critical thinking population. We have delivered. Undertake a national audit of skills and competencies in a bid to align training opportunities and resources to respond to national and local human resource demands. We have delivered. Ensure proper decentralization of teacher recruitment management. We have delivered. Restore teacher training allowance. We have delivered. Restore allowances to Arabic instructors. We have delivered. Restore book and research allowances to lecturers. We have delivered. Introduce history of Ghana as a subject in primary schools. We have delivered. Integrate school sports as part of school activities. We have delivered. Abolish the payment of utility bills by students. We have delivered. Redefine basic education from kindergarten to include senior high school, covering vocational, agricultural, and technical schools. We have delivered. Implement free SHS. We have delivered. Increase the amount of loans to the student loan scheme. We have delivered. Develop the 10-year power master plan to meet the medium-term, long-term needs, energy needs. We have delivered. End doomsaw. We have delivered. Reduce electricity tariffs. We have delivered. Ensure procurement of new power projects are executed primarily through PPP and IPP arrangements. We have delivered. Ensure there is sufficient reserve margin to ensure stability of our energy system. We have delivered. So this is just a few of those that we have delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, if you put all of this together, and we're making the data available, because it is, of all the three, in all, as I said, we made 388 promises in our manifesto. The most recent validation exercise that we undertook at the end of January 2019 shows that we have either delivered or we are delivering on 78% of our promises. We have either delivered or we are delivering on 78% of our promises. Of course, this 78% is an aggregate figure. You can go to the sectoral breakdown which we provide to show you what we are doing for each sector. You can see that on the economy, we can show you what we have done for each. But if you can go to the percentages for each sector, we can show you that if you look at youth and sports, we have delivered, or we are delivering 79%. You go to trade and industry, 82% with 18% pending. Tourism and creative arts, about 46% with 54% pending. Social development, 70%, security, 70%, and so on. Education, 94%, the economy, 80%, chieftaincy, 80%, foreign affairs, 100%, governance, corruption, and public accountability, 53%, health, 65%, infrastructure, 78%. So you can see the breakdown. And all of this, we are going to put it on the internet for everybody to go and interrogate the data themselves. We are going digital. This one is not green book. So the website, we are putting it on the internet. If you go to the website, and everybody can go, it should be live by now, www.delivery.gov.gh, and you will find it. When we outdoor our infrastructure data, it will also be there. You will search for infrastructure projects by constituency, by sector, and so on. But for now, we are looking at the manifesto promises, and if you look at the dial, we are at 78%. But this is just after 3 years of work, and we are still working to do more. We are still working to do more. And as I said, this is the first time any government in our democratic dispensation has brought its performance in front of the people to say this is what we promised and this is what we are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, what is undeniable is that there has been a remarkable turnaround in the Ghanaian economy. Over the last 3 years, the difference is one of vision, dedication, and competence. We have outperformed the NDC in virtually every sphere of the economy. I mean every sphere. We have appropriately combined economic theory as taught in our textbooks with the collective experience of the economic management team and cabinet under the leadership of the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in the management of the economy. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant who, after qualifying, decides not to use what they learned in school? Say, forget about everything you learned in the textbooks when you are actually practicing. Can you imagine that? Unfortunately, if you don't take your time and read and understand your textbooks in a subject like economics, you will end up mismanaging the economy with a confirmed economic management techniques with disastrous results. Isn't it? If you don't read your textbooks and understand them well, we have seen it. You end up with a confirmed economic management techniques, which will result in disaster. I have no doubt that the NDC will come out and challenge what I have said here today. But when they come out, just ask them to bring contrary data. They shouldn't just talk. They should come with contrary data to contradict what I have said here today. And I bet you, when you challenge them, they will either start insulting you or they will run away to Burkina Faso. That is what is going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like to say that even though we have made a solid start and it is a start. In our 3 years in office, we are not yet where we want Ghana to be. We have done a lot. We've established the Zongo Development Fund and all of that. Major things. But we are not yet where we want to be. We still have more to do. This year has been designated by the President as the year of roads, and the country will soon see evidence of this. We have many more schools and hospitals to construct. We have malaria to eradicate. We have jobs to create, the digitization agenda to complete, and so on. We also need to consolidate the gains that we have made so far. We will be the first to admit that we have not attained perfection in everything that we have done. But we are modernizing and transforming this country in fundamental ways for the future. So please, keep faith with us. Keep faith with the President, Nana Akufo-Addo. The future is bright if we stay the course. That is why we are asking the good people of Ghana to give Nana Addo Akufo-Addo 4 more to do more for you. Thank you for your attention. God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Choboy Nana doju masu ampa denyo ma pacho tunyunu Nana doju masu ampa denyo ma denyo maso denyo.
Hey, Chabai! Free SH, Eswana Isa.
Okay, auntie, we are back from Kumasi, KNUST, Great Hall, a government town hall meeting. Nidika kwa santimantem, koso mampenya be His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, wakasapa semono edoson on all sectors of the economy. Was shall say free sikasem IMF honsem and the fact say abide by renegotiation of the IMF program and all okanwa sem kakra and also too just say as a last year April no this country Ghana has exited the program and also so okanwa asem restoring macroeconomic stability and so okanwa asem say abide no atutu niema the passage of the Fiscal Responsibility Act. And I think so the formation of the Fiscal Council and also so Aban this animal egu akwan so and then Cedi no so hon answer inflation and so can be can want some banking sector clean up and so can want some hono na interest kakra ho but me kan and it said no depositor will lose even 1 Ghana cedi of their deposit. That's why usika aka kan bia no nice niam nwa kakra wo mu when say DKM 4 wo musika kam mrebi atwam wo mu nyina wo musika ka ho a wo mu nyina no wo mu sabe ka wo mu esika no so or the to moving the economy from taxation to production and also o kan ho asem and afi taxes for ahodo a aban bai wo share bo say wo betete so a and also ba o che say 15 of these taxes aban bai watete so obobo so a na ade osanso di tuja say fie wo mi ya Volkswagen German car Jumaiku a wo mo hye cars by March wo mo ba be set up assembly plant e Ghana ha and also so what the tuja ba free SHS ha e de betuja say nyame Adom a free Wi-Fi senior high schools e wo man mu nyina no benya free Wi-Fi and no hon komanto twene ya ka say be dignity say because wo mu nyanya free Wi-Fi kra no ye wo senior adnity no benya free Wi-Fi nti e no so ye nkoma no ye de betwentwen honom kakra answer or the atuja say here ka say the be 1.2 million enkora no manya free SHS mu ekwan sem no doso bo so a nia odi twa to a megidi say no ebe trend pa the a confirm economic management technique what you say we wie kasa yi NDC for so de wo mo de ba be bum na wo mo de ba be bumi enye bi papa bi ano no kire say wo mo de ba be tudwa enti ye hwe honorable doctor lawyer Henry Kwabena Kokufu ene de magene time nyina ye na tena ha honorable akwa ba bi o and some of them some abobo nyina tofa your impression.
Yes, my time the only say adwuma na no
medasi
yesum oman
medasi
yesum yamayokuo ne aban some no abon tofa ampa preach na ekono binya adaje na yayin makoma but there any kawom kese nea osan boss biewu won awon sika akodidi bank ahodo including the microfinance DKM for nomine omo akakra omo de ekoka mu wo NDC penso aban under president Akufo-Addo wa shebo wa kase obibie ni ho an kapre bakra
just sika we try to 13 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes, so far I spend it that much you go so I spend it because now ade here meaning say you be campaign ni sa banking crisis clean up here be big issue na you be chire mama Ghana fo atiase die baby a yefia e bedu baby a yedu ene anamon boni a NDC aban tuye ehwe ye nhwe ha ma nkrofo sika kodidi nkrofo ho a ene omadi sansenseme na it takes a president of heart na nadu danko Akufo-Addo say ya nye na ya hwehwe NCC sa mo ibeda benyane no na banks ahodo nyina yisika sem nyina agi agu o me
honorable adentina mutna hosha twema election year ansa na mutu sa anamoy say mutu ya back the depositors money no enho anamontu honorable.
Oh no, depositors bebre say keka sika from last year ebana and don't forget to say a long process one wa ye de dwumadie na hye won sa no receivers any sa na mani nyina say validation ebem obi wa na osin sika 100 cedis ebi kura bako akohwem kura na ebi 200 obi osin sika 200 ebi abogin krata bako akohwem na bi 100 so ye nyina to na ansa kan sika titru bank for no na say wo mu saka kan sika debrebe because bank ya yegu no ti say me say me account or Unibank yegu no na automatically me ya transfer mbibi akọ consolidated bank one commercial bank take you over one so accounts ni ade nyina e wo commercial bank nti more or less no on saka kan sika na ne aka kese e wo mu ye microfinance for no any microfinance na dey bill okay financial houses no bebrebe utiate se bebrebe a on ehihye ya de baji nkrofo sika keke no di you na aba no
honorable wrap it up no but it's time for the Q&A session ye bisa questions nti yankofa kakra ye ba na fe me honorable Kokufu abi wrap it up yaba
Pacho Bodin anu achire obobre na wabisa okosen na na do ofi ajeso ose Buankra project no akosi sen opening
Pacho sorry bide ene Emmanuel Enchi honorable Emmanuel Enchi atwenwe be Janof Valkese emitie honorable Patricia apiaje eye pa no a ose parliamentarians no won de omu osoro eyemra esan hwe oban ni ska odi etumpon no eso na mo dwumadie kese pa no de ye na wasie no eye DC4 no ene ene ye dwuma na masem says ho na body DC no e local level no e ba dwuma koso eye assemblymanfo adentina yetua DC ka yetua MP ka yentua assemblymanfo eka omo bo dwuma kese amekoso no
me Pacho yate yeda wase no asem bisa ye ka se e be fa mienu nti nkama yemfa baako so emfi eho Francois Pacho kwase kakra ma me afa baako wanim ha yen kwase kakra ne yemfa baako ho na yafa mienu ni asan fa baako wa ase ansa na mpanimfo ayia no Emmanuel's question is why assembly members are not paid. And I imagine whether or not there are plans to pay assembly members. The first question is about the Buankra port and free zone area. What's the plan for that? Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Please, my name is Maxwell Atta. I'm a broadcast journalist from Class Media Group. We are an operator of Class 91.3 FM in Accra. Please, unlike the failed Universal Bank, where we understand that all customers were all migrated to the Consolidated Bank of Ghana to receive their full deposit and payment. My understanding is that government has taken a new payment modality when it comes to dealing with customers of the defunct savings and loans companies. Depositors are receiving a cap amount of up to 20,000 Ghana cedis regardless of your investment. That is to say, if you have 1 million Ghana cedis locked up at any of the collapsed savings and loans in companies like First Allied and Savings Company, you will receive 20,000 Ghana cedis. Unfortunately, these depositors cannot have access to check their balance, and they don't know what exactly government is going to do for them.
And so I
want to find out from President that moving forward, what is the guarantee that these people will receive the remaining amount after the 20,000 Ghana cedis? And then, when exactly are they going to receive this? And then try to unveil payment plans for these people. Thank you very much, sir.
Maxwell, thank you for your question. We will take 2 more questions from this column, 2 more here, and then 1 outstanding one here. May I kindly mention to our media colleagues, we have different platforms for media interactions with the president, etc. This one is for the general public, so if we can just stay our hand. Yes, sir.
My name is Douglas Ousu. Douglas Ousu.
Okay.
From Achuman Wabieja South. Ibacho, Yabo, Oman in Abediache, Abaso Papa. Na Ashanti region, Kumase, Yakwine, yes, Sana, Nana Bafo, Ekayano. Na the bay na sofo la. Ekwino, ye, ama ahoto, any empatem aquani na ewo Kumase, any Ashanti region. The ben ye, the ben ye, ama enije aba asanteme.
Ousu da se no asema webisa. Francois, yemfa microphone number nim kakra na yenje one question. Transport Minister, owa say me pacho Jineye na Buankra port question no meba wo ho. Deputy Local Government Minister also wa obeboayen about assemblymen payment no. Pachoma yente odin no bobre.
My name is George Opon, presiding member for Kwabre East.
Pacho say
George Opon.
George.
Presiding member for Kwabre East Municipal Assembly. My question is, recently the Environment Ministry introduced a company called Ghana First to various assemblies and MMDAs. And these, on the strength of that, we entered into a contract with almost with a company called Ghana First. The contract has been awarded, and all the contracts have built these toilet facilities across the whole country. Is there any hope for the payment of these contractors with respect to government?
Thank you very much. That's a question about a private company called Ghana First that has contracted people to build for it. And you are asking whether there's any hope for the contractors who built for this private company, Ghana First. We will situate it properly and get a response. Can we come to this column to take 2 questions, and then I'll take one final one from the back here before we get responses. Guta Chairman. Chairman Yetio. Mesro, Obia Kosane Bako. Inti nkae no utumi ma ye tro na ye di ho nkomo che nana kora bisa question back nti ma me mfa back wo akire ho e wo column ha sei ukosan no eye senior ye bo adwadifo SME lending any micro and small scale lending no e ho hyehyɛ no etisen ye be ma wanu ye. One question at the back. There are senior high school students here. It will be good to hear from some of the senior high students if they have questions. We also would like to hear from women. Ago. Pamcho mpenimfo ti adwam. Nana bantamahe eti adwam. Omampani abedi ekire eti adwam. Ti yemaya kasa no enwo fom. Ye de mic mawa na waka bi. Ne nyina eti opani kasa.
Me patro ye frame Agnes Boache, me wo for Rikro municipal. Me question ya me be say ekoma transport minister. Say you hu say drivers ne ye ba beto aba. Na su de hu say petrol no wo hwa ne atum 10 pesos. Wo hwa ne atum 5 pesos. Ama driver for no omo nti ne ma so mo si an NPP ba ya ye se ye betete ye yisu. E den na ye drivers nkwada bia ye to petrol mu. Enti mpese me busa minister say I didn't know what GPRET for Omotutu Fenimu and San MPP for Ababontia Becanta, Medamasi.
Medase, Ukosei, Energy Minister, Ewa Hasi, Transport Minister, so Ewa Hasi. Enti, Yebeto Sa from Roma Boye. Last question from this column.
Ira, Medase, Yafremi Osborne Jenim Boatin, Asante Achim Sajwa, so. And check Crowman Penini, Aboye, Ama Mensini Buhaya, Pejama Bay Municipality. And so I share as I be or ha a bini ho. The Brabe no Mampani Bedum ye, na department be a Mensnia Abaye municipality no. Sas and Teachum Yanso, Yansabit me a cabi. Medasi.
Ms. Medasi, may I invite the Minister for Transport, Deputy Minister for Energy, Deputy Local Government Minister. Please join me up here as we take some of these questions. Deputy Minister for Energy, Deputy Minister for Local Government, Minister for Transport, Minister for Roads is also here. There's a question about Sofo Line and progress of work on Ashanti roads as well. Transport Minister, we'll start with you. Buankra, port, and transport fare increases.
Mr. Vice President, Nananum, can you share what I know? Let me say, Bibusa question about Buankra, a dear Nabani. But you made President and name, the major Yakupan Makacha Muse, Buankra project, procurement process, because it will bar. Yes, Obaya, and one must will be said Ubinye. About 2017, now previous government, any World Bank for has started processes of redeveloping the Buankra inland port. President Gufon has started here. You lose about Muja to Honumusa until 2006, number Kono, and almost started here. And so they Muslim about Jumano. Yeah, that's all by another open. No, Juman, so they are moving. Amampanyin Swami, Mammy Bautum for and then the Betrasi. Not assassin only at some Bakum Yunubi. My assurance said, Assassino, the whole man will be unfun and Sankai. And they share development partners and they continue the procurement process. Now, make no much ramu. So the vice president can't know. Miss me yebi, me too many much ramusie. And you must say, oh, yeah, you find him before. I will focus on your kind of transactional advisors. Omu ye price waterfall, and now World Bank and the government of Ghana file. I will person me catch them say, Obia obo to me bia no come home ko busa omo. Procurement process no, ye wie. I'm omo de abekire aban, omo de bekire me. And I many omo trance, and ye shame. The Hemu Via, a some cultural report. Now, Omodeba. Now, the Martin said this week by Friday, no, Omodi report, final report, no, na yɛnya contractor anaasɛ company ko a ɔmo wa bɛsi Bonkra port no mebɔ so bio transnational advisors no ɛyɛ Price Waterhouse fo nti wo a wofiri bia kɔbu sɛ ɔmo sɛ Bonkra inland port no ɔmo na ɔmo ne aban yɛ ho adwuma yɛwie anaasɛ yɛnwie ɔmo bɛkyerɛ wo sɛ yɛwie na ɔmo de report no bɛba na yɛtwusu nipa a ɔba bɛyɛ adwuma no ɛtɔ so bio Bonkra inland port no wontumi nyɛ inland port a railway line ɛnka ho ɛno nti na ɔmampanyini ɛnsese sɛ central railway line no yɛnyɛ a ɛnɛ minister wayɛ from Takoradi abɛduru Takwa yɛtoa so saa bɛsi Christian Nguni Valley ne abɛdu nkwa ne abɔ ɔboase ne yɛde abɛ ɛndi Bonkra enti me mama yɛhyɛm sɛ ɛnni na awɔtwe anaa mmienu yɛde bɛto dwa nipa Bonkra inland port no ɔba bɛyɛ ho adwuma de kakra bɛtuma kan no afei maame bi gyina hɔ me maame anaa me nua baa bi busa a kɔsan bio about GPRTU mesrɛ mo yɛsi adebɔne nti ɛne ɛma wo biara din GPRT foɔ yɛba abɛn mu ɔmo mfa ɔmo pɛ ɛnto kaa akwanhyia mu da kaa yɛka no sɛ fɛ sorry kaa boɔ ɔmo mfa ɔmo pɛ ɛnto mu da deɛ ɛwɔ mu no sɛ yɛwɔ nhyehyɛeɛ between aban ɛne GPRT foɔ yɛwɔ nneɛma mmiɛnsa a ɛdetermine car boɔ fuel spare parts ɛna foreign exchange ɛsɛ ne nyinaa ka bom na sɛ ɛboro 10% a ne yɛ no ɔmo atena ase na yɛde car boɔ te yɛbɛtum a ne yɛatum yɛntum no mbɛte so a na ɔmo ate so na mɛka hyɛ mmea ne mu ase yɛbaa mfie mmiɛnsa no before that na afi biara GPRTU go and check the record na ɔmo to car ɛboɔ mu mpere mmienu ansa na afi na ɛnde because of good management system a economic management sɛ yɛde aba nti 3 years na yɛde no GPRTU ɔmo ato car aboɔ mu mmiɛnsa ɛno kyerɛ sɛ afi biara no ɔmo to mu baako vice president ka asɛm bi sɛ fuel price no aba fam sɛ fuel price ba fam a ɔmo ntum na wohwɛ mu a ekuro bebree aba ebisa concern ebisa wei ebi mpɛsɛ bɛbɔ din wowɔ mu a na ebi ni mu akɔka yɛkɔto kaa buom yɛkɔyɛ sei na ɛsɛ yɛdi akyire na yɛkɔka me bi adaa GPRTU deɛ efa ne sɛ ɔmo di mmara so ɔmo ne yɛatra ɛne ɔmo atra ne yie because yɛbu ɔmo ne yɛ nti no ɛnyɛ ade akɔ kaa boɔ no yɛtutu mu basabasabasa this year last year ɛna ɔmo tum this year ɔmo ahyɛ yɛ boɔ.
Okay, nti yɛ ma wakɔ aba bio sɛ yɛagye mmerɛ no a na yɛduru so Kumase ɛyɛ nsɛmbisa mmerɛ a asoafo ahodoɔ no ano ayɛ krado a wɔn bɛyi nsɛmbisa dodoɔ no ano ɔno ma mmemmra wɔ hɔ yɛ osima kakra na afei yɛ wrap up nti after resource fair after town hall meeting then na yɛhwɛ anim we are in an election year. He said we better to so across the other regions, town hall meetings. But saying that the ordinary Ghanaian won't just town hall meetings, and I said, "Many to mean free nothing." Yes, sorry.
And CSC Nyan say to Obama a baby, to Obama President Akufo-Addo na oye adwuma, or the 2 minute year adwuma. Ye wa ye edru no guso a oye ana oda na dikyire enti adansidie na pempi ye bebusa say yɛnte nka wɔ yɛbotom ana yɛhunu wɔ yɛbotom ana yɛkyerɛ aka sɛ akwadaa no school fees na da ho sɛ obotom nkanea na ne yɛdundum na sɛ wɔayi na to generator na sɛ obotom afei planting for food aduane abue nsɛ aduane abu papa ne nyinaa maboa kɔ fam nkɔla ayi teacher and nursing training allowance a restore sika no wɔ awofo no da ho wɔ mo hɔ aban na etua afi won a won sika kodidi baabi basa bank ahodo no ne ade a aban ya pɛbosia de atua ka no nka enya ban wei no wa hoden de be ya nka aka kwa Dr. Bawumia busa asembi o se ndisi forso mu ba o mbede o bitua nkrofo sika akekam ni nyina na we no so wo sika de bitua anka o ka kire o mamu ni nyina se nursing and teacher training allowance ni sika ni ho untua ehina na wokọ akọfa sika no enu nti aban we aba abe economy ni yie wa manema ekose ne a yepe no nanso ahobrasiem ye gitum se enwie peye se de enyina ehwehwe no enu nti yebusa 4 year more for Nana Adom Akufo Addo na otimi aye more e de aboa o man ne chichire yenim se eye den a mo man ye manim fie nan a ne mrebe so bio na ne mrebe so na obekwa akwaji na home abra wa ye 2 terms no na wagya ajapade kese a ye friend legacy e de ama omen mreka kre kura ye hunu ni a oye akoduro de aka ye mpaibo e abotre se bibi na oni a wo hwe animu ni nyama ya nyabotre na gidi se ajate asi na president Akufo Addo eti omen mu na otia abanwa so ebebem mabunu no ma ya ne memu a enwuma asem ehia mu pie no se ne aban di akokoduro eye napko ebi enwuma a munya bi kakrakra ye se ne enwuma ahodo akakrakra efrefefe famu forestry commission memu ne ma ya ebi dua enua na nse bi ne esi ntimi ntuo mu kai sisi mpanini ahwe ayi afri ho nyina ya ade a aban ani woso se yebema permanent jobs aba ya anika ani se o president bi a oman ajapade a onyamede dom ye oduma nkoma ba ade de frɛ no natural resources ono wo butae ani abadae se omamu ni nyina rade a yemfanya adwuma yemfa adwene nto ho sebe ya ene yedibia daachin force so ebeba bedibie na enkoye adufrupe ene pesami nkuminya aban a odwene nyanka ne wisia ho aban a onim se kunafo mobrowa no yani atu ato ne nsem eye oman asedisi etoto ne yie na oman no mudwo na oman ne makofom na ono soso etimitina sibie enu nti natural resources ayewo bauxite aban ya fa mrakwan so etoto ho ne nyinara sebe ya bia benya ho faso iron and steel enu soso ewo ho na onyame na dedom yen aban fa mrakwan so atia badwaku a yede ye ho ade ye no ye complete departure from another aban bia o mampani bia twitwiri die a yes kadene kese o fire bauxite deposit ya yede ma nipa ba akofo a ye o mampani dada onua po about $400 billion na ekodi ne ho no
honorable
and bawi onyen said
ye dimbre no achi a ye be kasa ye fancy ya honorable lawyer Dr. Henry Kwabena Kokufu, member of parliament for Bantama constituency and I pay me that CP meeting the chief Jerry Forson on behalf of production team Wilbeck Pedu Jackson and the cameraman Obia Sergio Manucho so ebekike muguma so mu pa medana se na nyame adoma ya oda sene na misha